let's get my music back. Oh. Oh.
The prophecies had been forgotten. We obsessed over old grudges, repeating our tragic past. Hatred thrived.
Okay.
Growing stronger.
Done. Oh! Oh, goddamn! Oh! I've never watched this. That's so funny. Oh my lord.
We struggled for victory, ignorant of the chaos to come. Darkness has fallen. The end is nigh.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Okay. Damn.
We are in grave danger. How do we fight destiny?
That dragon we haven't fought, bro. I want to know that one. Okay.
Darkness has shrouded the land of Tamaris. You are the warrior spoken of in prophecy. The fate of the realm lies in your hands. Please, select a faction.
The light shall bring
you victory. I love it. Oh, where do we go? I want to wait for someone in chat to come, and then I'll probably pick and talk about it in chat if someone does appear.
The light shall bring us victory.
In the beginning, Leosa, god of light, blessed a prophet with a dream. The dream led us to the sacred lands. Our battle songs are bathed in blood and tears.
I wonder
Light
where I
above,
start.
watch over us. Atheran will be ours again. My lord, the mist is the road ahead. Please give...
Oh yeah, here we go. I ain't missed this. I haven't missed this.
We have all...
Yeah, me know. Let's go, boom, upgrade, let's get through the tutorial.
Our wall is built on a strong foundation. Trained swordsmen.
Stand firm.
Our...
My lord, a mage has come seeking shelter. He says he got lost in the mist.
There we go.
My name is Walder, my lord.
Yep.
But the mist came so...
No one's seen it.
I know it's hard to believe, but I'm telling the truth. And there were these creatures.
Born from darkness. And the prophecy speaks of the return of
The return of
Report.
dragons.
They appear.
Alright, let's go. Boom. Okay.
Darklings, I humbly request to join your...
There we go, we recruit the boy now. The ice boy.
We still don't know before.
Okay, okay. So we get our artifact. Nice. Whip.
How does this factor into our plans? Thank you for your trust in me.
Nice. Why didn't you go with peacekeeping for Guanwin? So the thing is, both of them are good anyway. So at the start of the game, especially, right, when you play, you don't have even any peacekeeping talents on Guan Wen, really. Well, on her skills until you, like, level her up. And even the peacekeeping tree itself, I'll show you when we get into it. The peacekeeping tree isn't that good. It's kind of sad, because, like, the peacekeeping tree doesn't give you any more XP. It doesn't give you any sort of, like, extra rewards throughout. The only thing you get is the, like, final keystone, which gives you the, like, the reward. But that's just, like, not enough. And you'll see when I go into it, your talent builds as well. There's not a lot of talents page resets. So your talent pages actually matter. So if you're using Guan Wen, right, or even Lilia, or any of these guys that are peacekeepers, if you waste a talent page solely on peacekeeping, it means you've literally rendered that hero useless for what their main role is, which is either PvP or raiding. So that's why I've gone for thingy. Plus, another reason is, like, I'm only going to be scouting on this account. I'm not really going to be, like, playing on this server. This server's, like, cracked. And then the other 3 in the cluster are cracked. So if you're looking at making an account, I'm not even going to lie, I'd probably avoid servers 32, 33, 34, and 35. Maybe 31 as well, just to be safe. So if you stay out of that cluster, then make one in, like, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, you're going to have probably better chances, just because you've got to think all the YouTubers are here, dude. All the Krakens are in all of these servers and all the whales, so it's just not even worth it. Hey, Henry, how you doing, dude? Yeah, we're going through just the tutorial right now, just trying to smash through it. I did wait a little bit to see who were coming, and, you know, if someone came a little bit sooner, I would have picked whoever they wanted. So I would have picked Spring Wardens or League of Order. The thing is, I do have guides on everything on this game compared to a lot of the other YouTubers. I do have, like, if you look at my channel, I am over 250 videos on COD, so, like, I'm pretty knowledgeable about it. So when you're coming to your faction choice, there's no wrong answer. Everyone's saying go League of Order, which is kind of like tilting me, because the thing is, you can pick either Spring Wardens or League of Order, because both of them are good in their own right at the start. Especially because you want, like, Guan Wen for raiding. She's, like, the best hero in the game still, currently, as a secondary in raids. She's just nukes down so much for a free-to-play player, especially. So, like, you can start with that and have, like, the heroes which are all archer-based, which are really strong in raiding. Don't get me wrong, archers are really strong in PvP too, but the problem with archers compared to mages is you are a little bit shorter ranged. So because you're shorter ranged, the mages obviously outrange you, so you get targeted a little bit more. But if you're a good player, and this is what I've always vouched for, and if you watch, and you might, like, go into my videos and stuff, I always vouch for, if you're a good player and you've played games like, say, League of Legends, World of Warcraft, obviously Rise of Kingdoms, you're gonna excel in this game, because it is all about repositioning in open field, using ranged combat effectively, using your artifacts in the open field to swing fights to get massive AoE damages or massive AoE stuns and stuff like that. So we're out of the tutorial now, though, I believe. Here we go. So let's see where we started. We can see where the starting zone is, and then work from there. So we are in... Oh, we're in Kaltia. Okay, so this is the cool thing, right? So if you're looking at the map as well, if you're looking for your alliance, I'm going to explain the map to you like no one else is going to explain the map to anyone, because they're all fucking idiots, right? So if you look at the map, if you can watch the top right corner, right? This is the first region, right? So the way the game's split up, similar to Rise of Kingdoms, is you have all these outer regions, right, on the map. The thing is, the way these outer regions work, you want to number them around. So Kaltia is classed as number 1 because when you look at this line on the map, right? This one border in the entire game or in the entire map has no passes to it. Which means whoever's in Kaltia and whoever is in this is Forgotten Lands, oh no, Burning Lands, should I say? If you're in Burning Lands here, you can't get hit from behind. The only way you can get attacked from in the early game is from this one pass, which will be now into Forgotten Lands if you're on this side. Or if you're in my region, which is Kaltia, the passes are on this line, which you can see now on the map. And that's into Sophrostia, right? And now up in the top here is Navula. This is where Chisgul's chilling right now. This little bit up here is Darolan. This one is... What is this one? I'm trying to remember.
The mist has dispersed.
I can't even remember. I don't even like this side. That's why. I can't even think. But when we zoom out the map or scout later, we'll get them all off the... I can't think off the top of my head. But the way all of these other zones work, though, so if, you know, if any of these zones, as you can see, you can get hit from the left or the right. No matter where you are in this zone, you're going to get hit either left or right because you can get attacked from both passes. But if you're looking to start in a safe zone or you're trying to teleport yourself into a safe region, Kaltia or the Forgotten Land or Burning Lands here, these two are the safest because you can't get hit from behind. You only can get attacked from this one pass, which is located here. Or if you're in this area, it's the little pass that's located here, right? This area here is zone 2, this area here is zone 2, and this area here on the map is zone 2, and then that little bit in the center is zone 3, right? So I hope that makes sense to you with the map. I hope I can actually, do you know what? Send this, do you know what, guys? Because I'm obviously gonna I'll come back to this, right? Let's go to the main, right? So this is my main, as most of you know, if you know, watchers. So this is the beta server, right? So this is my original account from server 4 on the release. And we merged into Super Server 1. And then eventually server 5 and 6 merged into us to make us Super Server 1-2. But there's no more mergers. Supposedly that's going to be happening in this kingdom, right? So let me just actually do this because I've been working all day. So I haven't actually been able to... just set these boys going. Right, so yeah, let's go into the map now so we can see the map actually in its entirety on mine. So this is where I'm starting out, right? So this is Kaltia right here. The cool thing is, if you guys are in chat right now, all the observatory towers are in the exact same location no matter where you are. No matter what server you're going to spawn in, you could be server 500 from now. The first map always has the exact same observatory towers. If you reset, the server map should stay the same for the first one because you all merge into one. And the observatories are the same again. So, if you guys got a pen or paper or anything right now, if you want to take notes in-game of these coordinates, save them down, right? These are, I'll show you all the observatories. So, what you can be doing is when you start going into, you know, scouting, you want to scout straight away for the observatory. So then when you find it, you can start scouting everything else all around. And then when you start scouting everything else all the way around, what the observatory does is as soon as it hits 90%, literally 90 on the dot, you can hit the go button and it'll demist everything else for you in that last 10%. So you can just move on to the next one, right? So if you guys have got that down, I'm moving on to the next one, because and then I'll explain all the regions properly again. So these are the observatories for Hollandale. If you're in Sophrostia starting zone, this is your observatory. So this is where we started out in our kingdom. So that's that one. If you're in Navula, which is where Chisgul started, this is where your observatory is going to be, so take notes. I'll try and brisk through them again, because it's live on YouTube. You can actually, like, just go back, you know, you can just move back a few seconds, you know, pause it, go to locations and come back. But that's the one you need for Navula. If you started in Daralan up here in the ice region, yours is located right here. So these are your coordinates at the top again, top right corner. Just keep looking at here. So here's Forgotten Lands. So this is the one. This is what I mean. I always forget. I always mess this one up. So Forgotten Lands is the one right here. Your observatory is located right here. I have literally so many guides on everything in this game. So I have everything to do with scouting, getting into your observatories. I am even making newer guides that are coming out to update everyone who's been, you know, looking at the game, wondering how the hell you should be playing it. I'm literally giving you everything I've learned. And even when I make my new account eventually in, you know, maybe a week from now, I'm just going to chill out. I'm going to keep playing on my main because I enjoy my main at the moment. And we've still got the Flame Dragon to kill on our server still. But yeah, once I've gone through all that, you know, you guys are going to see everything that I say you should be doing. And you're going to see like a big difference in like how quick you can actually be leveling up if you just follow some basic strats, basically. But yeah, I have got some scouting guides coming out. Yeah, I've got, let me look at my thing really quickly. Let me go to, so this is Zoland, by the way. This is the other starting region you can go into. So if you're looking for it, it's around the center. You want to be looking at these coordinates on screen to get your observatory. And then the final place is Burning Lands, and there is your observatory again. So there's that. While that's on screen, let me just quickly check my current schedules. My channel. Yeah, so like I've got another video coming out. So I've got a video coming out tomorrow, which is going to give you a load of actual tips and tricks. There's going to be a really secret trick in that guide as well, and I mean it's a super secret trick that we use in our super server. I don't think a lot of servers use it at the moment, but it's a way you can actually solo rally in the game, which is crazy to tell you, like say it out loud, but it's not a bug, it's not an exploit, it's just the way one of the mechanics works in the game. If you're strong enough to do it, you can actually solo rally and kill rallies on your own and get like insane solo rewards. So that's how the best players and free-to-play players that are really good at the game always max out their heroes really fast, right? So there's a little tip and trick there for you. So tomorrow that guide comes out. But then on the 30th, I've got how to prioritize your buildings and stuff. I've got a scouting guide as well coming out on the 30th. And then I've got more content then coming out on the 31st. And, you know, first go on, you know. I've got everything lined up. So I always listen to what people want. So I am one of those YouTubers that when you look at my videos, you look at the comments, if there is some sort of suggestion on a video, I will always do it as fast as I can, especially to do with like talent builds or heroes. Like I have a Waldeer one in the pipeline right now. I literally just have to do a little bit of intro work and then that'll be uploaded and ready to go. So I've got a Gwanwyn full guide out for you guys. Waldeer is already out like ages back, because the thing is with the game, it hasn't really changed much for talent pages and stuff like that. But we'll go over that in a sec. So yeah, as I was saying to you though, if you look at the map right now, right? So if you're wondering, even on the season reset, right? So say you've played the games all the way through the season, it comes to season reset, and you're wondering which starting region to pick as a server to get into, you always want to be picking either Kaltir or Burning Lands. It's one of the best ones, especially Kaltir and Sophrostia. So imagine if you're in server 32 right now, you're going to have like your main alliances all there, right? So you could have your main alliances like Chisgulls and some of the other big boys in Sophrostia, which is really good. And then all of their backup alliances, so all the secondary alliances that are going to cover and help them can all stay in Kaltia, because it means anyone in Kaltia is safe. Because you know, like I said, this border isn't a border, it's a mountain. Look, it's like a giant mountain in out Game of Thrones, dude. So like, because of that, no one can pass through. And because no one can pass through, like I say, you're safe this way. And now you're only worried about one direction, which is on your left. So if you're Sophrostia, it's perfect in season resets because your allies are behind you and your enemies are in front of you, right? So every other region though, so like Navula, you can, you know, up here in Darrowland, in Forgotten Lands, you go down into Zoland. You've got all these other regions that are going to get hit by two directions because you've got passes here and you've got passes up here, right? So if you're looking for like your alliance placement, if you're in a good starting region, that's the best tips. I'm not going to lie. If you want a good starting region, to be honest, you know you're not going to get attacked apart from one direction, and that's in Burning Lands and Kaltea. And if you know you've got some good allies, then Sophrostia is the way to go. I'm not saying, like, obviously, right now, if you're starting a new account, it's in Navula, Darrowland, it's the end of Endworlds. Obviously, every server is different. But on the map layout, that there is a benefit to certain areas. There's a reason for it. And the cool thing is, as well, it's like, when you look at the Zone 2s and stuff, like, Sophrostia gets such an easy access into, like, this Zone 2 pass, then which translates into a really easy Zone 3 and so forth. So what happens in the season reset in COD? Okay, so the way season resets happen in COD as now is, if you go into it, if you go into your Augur Stone, it always has this information for you guys. So you go to your season overview, it'll go over everything, it'll tell you what you should be doing, you know, recapturing things, and then at the end get the Flame Dragon, like I've said to you. So on season reset, this is what resets, and there's a reason for it. Some people freak the hell out, right? But if you're a free-to-play player, honestly, this is a godsend for you. So the way it works is, every reset, your hero level is gonna go. Just your hero level. Like, I'm gonna make that clear, and I'm gonna go to my heroes after. Your artifact levels disappear too, right? Any item, if you want to say, associated with your hero or your artifact that that increases the XP. So as you can see, the manuals, your dust, or the CP items, because obviously killing patrols are going to give you XP, they're gone. So it stops people and stops whales from hoarding everything and being able to just go, right? And then the policies, prestige, and merits go, right? So these, obviously, your PvP things have gone, and I'll go over merits as well if you want me to. Prestige is going to be gone, which is the policy requirements, and obviously policies will be gone, right? If you're wondering as well how friendly policies are, I can show you that again later. And then the final thing that disappears, I'll try and show the rankings on 32 after. Yeah, I'll log back in soon. I'm just on my main right now. I can show you the rankings of the mains on this server right now, so you can see some idea of what the powerhouses are. But any healing items you've got is going to be gone as well. The Dragon Trial, which is obviously the system that gives you these prestige tokens, that resets. So everyone's basically goes back to an even playing field no matter what. Everyone is equal on reset. That's the key factor here, right? And then this is which is cool, I think. At first it blows people's minds, but your entire alliance resets. So the way the reset works on an alliance is, the alliance leader can still keep the alliance name if he wants for the next season. He gets exclusive rights to it. But then the alliances go back from, as you can see right now, if we look at mine, we're at 154 members. This can go up to almost 198 or something like that. All those members are going to go into basically reset, and all the alliances reset. So you're at 40 members again. So now what happens is, and this is why I was explaining, like, on the map, why it's beneficial now if you're in a server, if you've got good alliances and you've got allies and stuff, your main alliance, which, you know, like for Chisgol, for example, his main alliance will split up into 4 alliances in this Sophrostia. And then eventually they'll regroup and rebuild, and then eventually merge into two, and merge into one. And then his second, or the other allies will be in here, and they do the same, right? So, I'll quickly show you guys the rankings of this server. I don't know why I've got this frame on. I hate this frame, boys. I'm just saying. We've got all the frames apart from one as well. So if you're wondering about these, we can go over everything. So rankings. This is personal power. The thing is, what you're going to see as well, when we hit personal merits though, is a different story. Because you can see, I'm in the top 500, which is pretty clean. I'm not going to lie, it's pretty clean. You know, it's nothing to brag, but it's nice, right? Just shows like good work ethic, good activity. So you can see like the power rating here, it's fair, you know. So we're going down, keep going down. Let's go, you know, we're in 26s now. Top 200, if you're going to say, right, top 200 here is 22.8, right? But when you go to personal merits, like, my merit score cuts in half, boys. Obviously, some of these boys have got insane merits, right? Obviously. But you'll notice, like even Miawa has, like, such good merits. There's a lot of players in here that weren't in the top 20 power, but they're in like the top 20 merits, right? So it's very interesting. It's like, for example, like even I have more like merits than Hulkden, so Hulkden might not have been playing as much during the fights, so obviously he didn't hit as many merits. And the thing is why merits is important, right, is when you go to your alliance menu eventually, you unlock in your service life cycle, we'll go over this again, you unlock merits, and then you get the merit store as well. So in the merit store, you can now be spending as a free-to-play and be getting all of these. And the cool thing is as well with merits, you can farm them. So say you've got, you know, your alliance and you've got an allied alliance, right, and you're not union though, you could literally just say to each other, okay, right, I'm going to send 200k of my mages on a farm tile, specifically a farm tile like you would do in Rise of Kingdoms. And then he will send like 3 or 4 marchers, swarm the hell out of it, kill that march. He'll get between, it could be insane amounts, like, after doing it an hour. We've had like reports on it. We've got a mail on it, look. I'll show you the mail. Boom. This one. So this is like the way to do it here. So it shows you like you quit the alliance, send 5 legion. Each legion is a farmer hero as a commander with no deputy, with full T4. Ghost with 1 legion and then attack Lilia, goes back in a ball, wait for Lilia attack with AoE. Once Ghost mini kills hospital. It's basically like you're killing all your farmer hero troops and stuff. But by doing it, he's able to get near like 700k in the hospital, which gets him nearly 300k to 400k merits, which just outright buys the store every week, which is nuts for a free-to-play player to do. And like anyone can do that, right? So yeah, you can get hospital stuff, you can get resources, you can get speed ups. You can also refresh these, but you only can refresh them once. So you can't just, you know, refresh them like a whale would do forever. You can hit this button once and that's it, it's done. And then once the timer goes, you can reset again. So it's like, you know, just a reset per day. This is a reset per week. So once you've bought everything here, just press this. I'm not even lying, and go ham and buy another. I'm not even lying. For 100 gems, being able to get all these supplies, especially if you've got merits as a free-to-play player, is worth it. Because you can farm 100 gems, not even in an hour. So just spend an hour, get 100 gems. Just use that 100 gems that you've literally farmed on purpose, not spent on, you know, nothing like that. Just to use this, and then you're gonna get so many speed ups. I'm not even lying. The amount of people, that's the only reason I've probably kept up in power, abusing the merit stuff. So, let me think. What did we go over? So I'm just trying to think what to go over. Oh yeah, so when you go about merits, right? So if you go to the August Stone again, This Mask of Deceit one right here, which I love that I didn't do on purpose, so I could find it easy every time. This is the what? This is where you unlock merits. So everyone's here right now. You're gonna have this one. Then you have this one. As you can see, so this is the first day. So that's 24 hours. That's 1. That's 2 days. That's 3 days. That's 4 days. That is 6 days. This is 8 days. So on the 8th to 9th, 10th day of a server or something around there, you're gonna hit this probably. If I've added that up right. I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to add up all the date completed. But yeah, you're going to get all of these over time anyway. So after you've completed the giant raid, just think, as soon as the giants unlock and you've completed the giant raid, you're going to get merits. So that's where all the PvP matters. So currently, anyone fighting like they are technically wasting troops. And they're wasting resources, which is good for you guys. So, Star of Hope's when you pass 1 unlocks right here. Let me try and think. Conspiracy is when your Hydra unlocks, which I remember. A Silent Celebration is... Oh, no, this is the one. Chest of Desire is when your Pass 2 now unlocks. Pass 3 unlocks very soon for us. I think it's after Necro. Yep. So Lightbearer is after Necro Giant when you've killed this. And then you're going to be able to get into Pass 3. And the one thing as well, guys, with scouting, if you've not realised, scouting isn't forced on you like rock. So the way scouting works is it progressively unlocks. So wherever you first start off, which I'm going to go back into very soon, you can scout the region you're in, and that's it. And then later on, during that Augustone life cycle, as you can see, like, you'll unlock like scout through Pass 1. So then you can scout all the way around the map then, so you can see all the Zone 1s together in the big loop. And then later on, it will unlock all the Zone 2 areas, so then you can scout Zone 2, which is what we're in. And then this is Zone 3, which hasn't unlocked for us yet. Oh, it might have. Nah, it's not. No, it has. So we can start actually doing Zone 3 right now. So that's it, right? So now, because it's unlocked for me, I can start doing it. Simple as that. So don't worry about trying to get everything done. It doesn't actually get forced onto you like rock does. So let's go back to server 32, right? Because everyone is there. So I'm in Kaltia. So I wonder who the hell's in Kaltia, dude. So we're in Rift of Awakening. We need to change the name as well because we're not a lord. But if you got any questions, let me know. I'll try and answer them, and if we need any in-game examples, again, I've got everything pretty much unlocked. So we can just switch over to my main account, and you can ask and look at anything. You can be able to see, even Hosk. I can show you Hosk, so I've got Hosk on that account, and Lilia. So we are in here. So let's switch our name. I always just put the number so I can just easy find. We haven't got any avatar frames on this account yet. Sad. But I wonder if it means I get... I'm going to go over everything here. Just what it does. Oh my boy. I get this as well. That's so sick. So I'm equipping this. This is my favourite frame. That's the only reason. So Behemoths spawn at level 1. So yeah, so the way Behemoths work is a Behemoth spawns technically in at level 1 and you fight it. And then when you have fought it, when you go to your alliance menu, you'll notice you have the Behemoth tab. And then you go to Elite Raid and you can summon the Behemoth again, but it's like harder. So if you look, it has like, if you've ever played like Halo, if you know, something like that, or Borderlands maybe, you know, when they put like skull modifiers on to make the game naturally harder. Even Call of Duty World at War had it, right, with the skull cards and stuff, and the Joker cards and the playing cards, should I say. So if you think of elite raids as like that. It's a harder version of the raid. When you kill the elite raid, though, you power up the behemoth. So it then goes up to a level 2 behemoth and then level 3 and level 4. And the cool thing with Behemoth's elite raids is the first ever alliance to complete the elite raid within the time limit also on the server gets the frame. So it becomes highly competitive because everyone wants the frame, right? So whoever kills it first gets bragging rights. Just saying, boys. So, and the big tip as well, if you're wondering about elite raid frame timings. So whenever the behemoth dies, right, you then have to purify it. So you need all your members around it to purify. The more obviously members there is, the quicker it gets done. As soon as it gets done and it's purified and it comes up with the victory screen and blah blah blah, 4 hours exactly on the dot from there is when you can summon your elite raid. So if you're literally trying to be that first alliance on your server, guys, kill your behemoth, look at the timer, and whatever that time is, plus 4 hours. So it could be 22, 32, right? But if you've killed it at 10:30 at night, that means the elite raid, if you want to be the first to kill it, needs to be done at 2:30 in the morning, right? So just remember that. It's always a 4-hour cycle. You can also, as well, if you're playing the game right now, I wonder if I can still do it on this account. You can redeem a code. So if you go to other, and then you hit redeem gifts on PC client, and it is play code now, I believe, and hit exchange. There we go. Boom. It is in our inventory. It's nothing fancy, but it's cool that we got it. So we gain this for the level 2, and also because of the new game, they give you a load of freebies when they first start. Do I have 2 scouts yet? Is it just the one? I don't even know. It's been a long time. It's just the one. Right, okay, let's start like trying to level up and draw some stuff out. Is the over gather speed a good buff? Yeah, the overall gather speed is a good buff, because the thing is, like, the faster you're gathering, the more you're powering up quicker, right? And the quicker you can train, the quicker you can upgrade your buildings, train, research, everything, right? So overall gathering speed is very strong. It is a really strong mechanic. Chak-Cha as well is a really good hero. He's going to be one of your main gathering commanders, so it's good that we got him really early. Let's speak to some of these heroes to get the free gold keys. So the way this works, guys, which no one has really spoke to you guys on stream about or explained, because obviously all the big streamers haven't been playing as much. They've just been playing, you know, their rock game. So the way this works is every single time you speak to a new hero, you will get a gold key for the first time you interact with them. The way to get a hero to spawn in your city is you have to have unlocked them. So as you'll notice, because I've only got 2 heroes, it's only showing me 2 heroes to speak to. And then when I unlock another one in a moment, hopefully, I'll get obviously another guy. And then by doing so, I'm going to get more gold keys, basically. So that's how it works. So Alwyn now I've unlocked. So now because I've unlocked him, he's going to appear in my city. And because he's in my city, I can get that free gold key. Yeah? Follow? All good? Nice and simple. And then, this is what you can do as well. So as you can notice, you've got some options, right? Obviously the info is just taking you to his trust page. And you can also get to the trust page by just hitting your heroes button. So on keyboard, it's just the hero icon, similar to Rise of Kingdoms would be. And then if you hit the icon at the top right, this is your trust area. This is similar to, again, Rise of Kingdoms, where you can see how many heads you've invested into the hero. Tells you a little bit about the hero as well. But these dialogues here, as you can see, when you get trust levels 2, 3, and 4, you unlock them, right? But each unlock gives you heads to that hero. So the first one gives you 2 heads, this one gives you 3 heads, and this one gives you 5 heads. So if you just get to level 4 trust, you will always get 10 sculptures for any of the heroes, right? Also, if you get to level 5 trust, you unlock emojis, and level 8, you get the next emoji. Yeah? No, you can't build flags. So the way flags work in the game and how building works territory-wise in the game is there's like some set rules. So obviously this can be built anywhere. So the core fortress has literally the only rule is it needs to be placed on solid ground. It can be built anywhere as long as it's built. But flags have to be built by obviously touching an alliance zone. But as well, the flag has a road. So you won't see them here right yet, but when they start building flags, you'll notice there's going to be a road that builds from this core fortress to the flag. And it says you need to always have a road, and the road can be a maximum of 15 kilometers. So I can show all this on my other account. If you really want me to go over stuff like this, I can switch over accounts happily and go over all this. Just let me know in chat and, you know, I'll switch over. Because, like, I'm not going to be powering up much on this account. I'm just going to be scouting. I want to be watching everyone fight. I'm going to be doing all the live commentary that you guys love on my channel. Because that's probably what I'm known for. I'm known for doing all the open field live commentary guides, almost like shoutcasting a League of Legends fight or, you know, a World Cup soccer game, whatever you want to call it. I'm like an announcer shoutcaster when I do come and do live field commentary fights. So if you want to just check some of them out and you'll see what I mean, like in regards to that. But yeah, I can switch it over if you want. I'll happily switch over to my main account again. And I'm an R4, so I can just showcase the requirements of buildings. I can go over all the high-tech stuff for anyone in chat that's looking to be an officer or is a leader, for example. Anything like that. Let's just see if we can get some of this quickly blitzed. Yep, we know. I'm not even going to lie, boys. I am early game speeding. Some people are worried. I'm not as worried just because if you're going to be active, and this is my only tip, if you're going to be a super active free-to-play player, your 1 minute speed up and 5 minute speed ups, don't be scared to use them because you should realistically get a lot of them back. Especially when you kill patrols. Every time you kill patrols, you're getting minute speed ups. And every time you're killing forts, you're getting all your 5 minute speed ups. So that's why it balances out early game. So early game, if you want to like kind of like rush through a little bit, you can. It's not too much of a big deal. I won't go ham though, guys. Don't waste them nearly, you know. But it's the same as Rock. This game, you know, every building has certain requirements. The wall eventually requires you to upgrade one of your resource buildings all the time. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm kind of an OCD freak, and I like to have my buildings somewhere out of the way, so obviously then we know what's going on. So these are like our training, this is like the training side later. This is gonna be my, obviously like home area, if you want to call it home area. So that's where chest zones are gonna be, hospitals can be in front, don't really matter. Storehouse can be anywhere, doesn't really matter again. This is the building hut, doesn't really matter. So at least we've got some sort of structure. Yes, because there's a range of mountains in the way from where we are, where the Behemoth is, so I'd be glad if you could go over it. Yeah, no worries. No, let me switch over then. Oh, can I get 3 keys? Let me get 3 keys. If I can get 3 gold keys, I can do a 10 key opening, yeah? And that's very easy to get. So let me just quickly, like, get that. Because I'm sure I'm going to get some right now. There we go. I knew I'd get 10 like that. Right, so let's open 10. And that's another rule, guys. Never, ever, ever, ever open individual keys. If you do, I will shoot you myself. Yeah? I will come into your server. I will migrate there when it's possible. And I will zero you myself in my main. Always, always draw 10. Because the fact that you're always getting an epic or legendary is significantly stronger than spinning 10. Because drawing 1 10 times is not the same odds. So always do this. So let's see what we get. We should get 2 epics. We got Craig, which is cool because we get Craig as well through the event. Nice. So now you'll notice, Craig's going to appear in my city hall very soon. Let's see who else we get. Hopefully we get Guan. Can we get Guan? No, just some stars. Fair enough, fair enough. Can't get them all. But there he is there, see? So as soon as you summon them, you're going to be able to get them, right? So if you're wondering why a certain hero isn't in your city yet, check if you've got him unlocked. And if you've got him unlocked, you're good to go, right? So let's get him out of the way, and then let's switch it over to the main. Boom, 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 and then we can go. Oh, wait, did you want to see power rankings as well? I forgot. You wanted to see power rankings, right? Before I disappear. So we have Midas in here. That's going to be funny if it's the same Midas that's in the beta. So we've got King Midas as well in our server. So this is currently the power rating. It's a nice even spread, to be fair. The thing is, it's like people are rushing really hard, but it's one of them things where, like, the only thing, if you really, and I'm gonna be honest with you, the only thing you honestly really want to rush is your VIP. That's it. Like, you can obviously rush these buildings and rush to get T3 as fast as possible. T3, to be honest, is a really big milestone a lot of players don't talk about. Because with T3 in the early game, it actually lets you kill the bear really easily, no matter what player you are, free to play or spender. So that's why, like, T3 unlock's actually really important. And then when you start stacking and training a load of T3 up and then push towards your T4 unlock, it's really good, because then you've got a load of T3 ready to just, like, push into, you know, upgrades for our strongest lord. Right, so let me look. So if you're, for example, right, this is what we're gonna go over. So if you're here, for example, this is your area. So you can see it perfectly here. Look. So this alliance has got a core fortress here, and they're built around this, but they can't go over this line. This line is literally a wall. Same with this alliance. This alliance can't get over it. It's just physically impossible to do. It's just the way this game works. It's a safe line, this. So if you're going to build, though, for example, let's see. So if you go into alliance, you're in territory, you go to your tower and hit build. So as you can see here, you've got the road requirement, right? The reason the road requirement's there, and you're going to see in a moment why, and it's 15 kilometers, is because there's certain times like this, right? So you can have a flag here, which we have, which is on here, but then we've kissed the corner like you would do in Rock, and this road is literally 15 kilometers to that flag. So we've maxed out how far that road gets. That's your limiting factor in this game. If you cannot build this road, you can't build. So as you notice, when it comes to the map, there's rivers, right? And because there's rivers, you need to find the bridge in that river to actually cross over. Otherwise, again, you're not going to be able to get over. There's reasons the map layouts are set how they are. It's actually really clever for wherever you're spawning, depending on, like, alliances. As you can see, like, so if you're coming from this direction, you only can enter this zone 2 and come down through this pathway, right? And then if you wanted to fight us, you'd have to go up this area, for example, right? So if there's stuff like that, or you could look in case there's a bridge around, right? But it's up here, go across this water bridge, and then you can come across, right? Or you come over here, and you can come underneath this river and come up these bridges and take the fight that way. So as you can see, the terrain actually does a lot of dictating on what your building is. So I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes. Everyone in our servers made a load of mistakes in the first season, but you learn a lot from it. And this is like, if you watch the open field videos, especially from like day 1, you're gonna see what open field can do, because the way our server worked originally, we started over here in Sophrostia, then we had our enemies all starting in Navula, Daralan, everyone started everywhere else. So our allies are in Kaltea and we was in Sofrostia, and we literally took the pass, defended the pass, fought in Navula, beat them in Navula, then took Daralan passes, so then we controlled Navula, because now we're pushing forward, no one can hit us from behind. So now we invaded Daralan, fought in Daralan, took over Daralan, pushed forwards, took these passes, got Forgotten Lands, and yeah, we're in here. So there's a reason, you know, everything is in the way it is. I don't understand Daralan though. I think Daralan's one of the worst places. It's just massive. It's so hard to play in. Like, it's so big to play in this one area. It's like almost the open field zone. It's just so big. There's so many rivers and just so many it's weird. I don't like it. We fought a lot in Forgotten Lands, which is really good. Forgotten Lands has really good fighting stages, like you can see. And we did obviously a lot of fighting over here in Sofrostia and Navula. Navula's got really good fighting set up too. You can see here, like, you can defend these passes really well with like this structure set up. So the OD event free to play players can get easy tokens early on. Yeah, the Craig one was like, it's easy to get to complete like the first 3 chests, but don't expect to complete it, and I wouldn't try and bust my left nut to complete it either. So like, if you're wondering, I mean, this is season 3, right? So I've done already what you guys done, and I've done the merge, right? So I'm after the merge, right? So just think that's how much time this account is, and as you're gonna look right now, I have awakened pretty much every hero, and I obviously haven't spent money on epics, because if you spend money on epics, you're obviously a dum-dum. But as you can see, every epic apart from Pan, because Pan's one of the newest heroes, so obviously I've only just started getting her. But Elena, you get, Craig, and this is the only last boy I need to work on, Alistair, but he's nearly done. And Bakar's done. So you can see you're going to get a load of epics completed really quickly. Especially if you focus on the right ones, right? So if you focus on your Waldea, focus on your Alwyn early as well. Because Alwyn and Waldea is a really powerful PvP march. Like, don't underestimate this march at all. Like, really don't. And then, obviously, when you get Valen, that's sick. You can use Valen. But like, Atheus is super powerful as well with mages because of the flying. You can use Atheus with Fear down here when she's at least 5111. Really good combination. Super fast flying, flanking mages if you're League of Order. So, yeah. Ask away in chat, honestly. You can, anyone in chat, just ask anything and I will pretty much go over it. Because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to give you guys the best learning experience, the game, so you can actually enjoy it. Because a lot of people, which is honest, does wind me up, nitpick over the most stupid things, saying like maybe like the UI's overran or something. But this is the exact same UI that's in Rise of Kingdoms. Literally the exact same. The chat's on the left. You have your hotkey bar down at the bottom right with your mail and your search bar. Like, all your matches are on the right with your events at the top right and your resources on the, like, I just don't get what they're talking about. It's weird. I've got one account on global launch, but again, I'm not aiming to play on this global launch right yet. I'm waiting a little bit. If you're wondering when I'm starting, basically, I'm going to be starting eventually whenever Boss Nasty announces when they start. So that's going to probably in maybe a few more days. I bet he's going to wait for a few more servers to go. Because obviously the first 4, 5, 6, maybe even 10 servers are going to be filled, guys. And they're going to be hot topics. This is what like no one mentions. Like, if you're looking to be a free-to-play player and you actually want to almost like compete in, you know, like strongest lord events, right? Or this not ready to fight event, but there's another one you can run. You don't want to be in a server like that because obviously you're never going to win anything. But if you want to obviously play with the YouTubers and you want to experience what it might be like, go ahead. But you might get rolled over because of how obviously insanely capped those servers are going to be compared to like other servers if you just wait, right? Wait and learn. What do you think about picking Spring Wardens for Guan? Yeah, so this is one thing which is, again, annoying. Everyone keeps saying League of Order, right? So when you go to the factions, this is the one thing that I'm going to explain to you guys that no one is explaining because, again, they're really new to the game and they're only listening to half-ass advice, right? So League of Order is the best faction for PvP because you get Waldia start. The units and stuff we can talk about later, right? But the reason why is because of the hero. We're not talking about anything actually about the faction. The reason why this is the best for free-to-play players is because you're getting the best epic hero in the game for PvP combat. That's why. It's nothing else. That's the only reason, right? But when you look at Spring Wardens, you get the best Archer Commander for raids that's free-to-play friendly, again. So if you're a player that actually cares about learning and trying to hit really high damage rankings like myself, because if you look at some of these nasty males that I keep saving, you're going to see like high, you know, rank 6 in damage. I'm not the strongest player in the server, guys, but how am I able to do this? Because I know what I'm doing. Rank 4 damage. Here, let's go. This is the thingies. Rank 7 in damage, right? So you don't need to be the strongest player in the game to hit high ranks, man, and have fun doing it with DPS, right? So if you want to do that, like I do, and you want to and you want to experience trying to get top DPS rankings and play these raids how they're supposed to be played, Spring Wardens is the best start no matter what. And the cool thing with Spring Wardens, as the guy mentioned in the chat, is the Eagles, right? The thing is with Spring Wardens, so, and this is when now we're going to go into the units. So I hope you understand, like, Waldia, if you want PvP, pick Waldia. Yeah? Spin Boy, Ice Boy. If you want him, go for him. No one's going to hate you for picking him. If you pick Guan Win, there's no harm in picking Guan Win because she is the best PvE raid hero for free-to-play heroes. Like, Nico at 5111 with an expertise Guan Win does insane damage. It's not even funny how much damage that does, right? But as the guy said in chat, you've got units. So the units in Spring Wardens actually are really good for those guys that want to play cavalry. So if you really want to be a cavalry player, even though right now cavalry hasn't got a lot to offer just because of the heroes, right? But honestly, I can see them bringing out more very soon for the cavalry, because you've got Bakshi and Emery's, which is cool, and then you've got your Alistairs, the epic. But I think they're going to bring out some more because of the cavalry in Spring Wardens. So obviously, as you guys know, cavalry are supposed to be the same, right? So if we look at the cavalry units in the League of Order, they're your typical like cavalry units in the Rise of Kingdoms game, right? Wilderberg are the exact same. There's no difference between them. So if you read them, they're both cavalry, they're both melee, they both say when they're in fight they gain physical attack, right? Same with these boys. Just to clarify, look, cavalry, melee, same buff, right? So that they're the same unit, right? But when you go to Spring Wardens, it's already different. So your standard T4 horseman for Spring Wardens is a ranged cavalry unit. And the range isn't massive. I'm not going to like overplay it, but it is ranged. And to be honest, it's the range of these two tiles. So if you're a cavalry player, if you're in this tile, you're hitting this tile with your cavalry units without touching them, right? Which is really good because it means you can escape quicker and you can get into combat quicker, right? Or as well, though, with Spring Wardens, why cavalry players are going to love them, is your flying unit is a cavalry-based flying unit. there's no flying cavalry hero right now. So that's why in my head, and I'm kind of like trying, I wouldn't say hinting, but what I'm like hoping for, this is obviously my opinion, but like this hero's got to be coming out soon, because there's no heroes that can do this. There's no cavalry based flying hero. There's no hero that can be combined with fear to work with this unit type. Basically, it's literally fear on her own. That's it. Because it's melee based, and because it's melee based, you don't want to be running like Craig or anything like that with it, and it's just awkward. So at the moment, there's no hero for it. But this is the really cool thing about Spring Wardens. If you're a cavalry player and you're looking for the future, because obviously this game's only just come out. Imagine this is Rise of Civilizations. This isn't Rise of Kingdoms, right? You could be playing right now, and once Saladin comes out, and once all the other heroes come out, like it did in Rise of Kingdoms, you're going to have all the heroes to back up all the unit types, right? But yeah, these units are really cool, I'm just saying, for Spring Wardens. You get some cool units. Wilderberg, though, which is really one thing that no one talks about, is actually the one area that you might go if you're an archer main, because archers get a flying archer unit that gain HP and increases their skill damage when they're in combat, which is really cool. And then your spearman, which is your archer unit, also when you're in combat, it increases the damage dealt to that enemy by all your units. So obviously when you're in a murder ball, this effect, as you guys know from like Minamoto's ability, is very powerful. So now you have this on your range units. So it's just part of the cool things. Obviously, yeah, the buffs, they need a little bit of a buff, these guys, but I've seen some really powerful like Fear and Craig combos at the moment in Super Server 1, which has been really nice. So this is like the one talked about point with Wilderberg. They do have a place, and that's the reason why. Maybe later on they get better, but you don't ever want to start as Wilderberg unless you obviously you want the aesthetic and you want a Bakar, but Bakar's not really a great hero. He's not good for you guys at the start, apart from maybe an early game tank. But as soon as you unlock Garwood or Madeline or Nika, you're gonna be using them over him. Let me have a look, see if there's anything else. But yeah, the terrain is the exact same for every server. I just saw that question right at the above of the chat. But you've got all these trees, as you can say, you never want to waste any tree on peacekeeping or PvP. So this is one of my trees at the moment. You can run down the magic tree if you really want. However, the best, and this is honestly the best tree for Wild Air, is the skill tree. If you're looking for the build, this is the build. You can do two things as well, just to give you guys a little bit of a variance, if you want to say. If you want big damage, you keep this skill here, Boiling Blood, just because it increases the deputy's skill damage when you cast your Wild Ears, which is really nice. But if you want a more Rage engine build, right, you can then just take Spirit of Rage. That's it. Literally, like, nice and easy. But everything else you want to keep the same. This is the best build for Wild Air, honestly. It gives you the most skill damage, gives you the most Rage engine. It mitigates enemies' health when you're in combat. You also gain skill crit rate, and you get skill crit rate damage. This skill right here isn't great, but it's only good if you're going to use mages in raids, which you can do. But this is the only time you take this skill. It's only for raids. Don't use it generally anywhere else. It's kind of useless. No, you can. So the thing is with this game, so you can pick, hi dude, you can pick Guan, and then at City Hall, I think it's 8 or 9, it's one of them, you get a free change faction no matter what. You always get one change faction for free in this game. I know that. So if you really wanted to go, you know, Guan just to get the hero, switch to League of Order to have the better faction units and, you know, general civilization, you can do that happily. That's what technically I've done. Yeah, I'm League of Order, but I didn't start League of Order, boys. Let's go in. But yeah, if we go to like the elite raids, this is what you guys won't see yet because it's all hidden behind bars until you unlock them. So you have your elite raid. This is what you would kill once you've killed your behemoth, and it will level it up. So if we go to our behemoths, as you'll see, they're like level 2. This one's level 1, 1, 2, 1. Just the ones we've killed, which ones we haven't killed, you know. But when you go to the elite raids, these are the times that you did it in. Obviously, you can see them on the bottom if you did them. We haven't done these ones because we haven't done these two because we don't really bother about them. The other alliances got these frames. So as you can see, as I was talking about earlier, the first members. So this is in this raid. This has got like a 40-member raid. So the first 40 players on the entire server that kills the Thunder Rock or the elite raid Thunder Rock in 6 minutes 30 will get the frame. So just remember that. What's the difference between a level 5 and 6 mode? Is that the node you mean? It's a big difference. You've got I think it is a 7. That's over 1.1 mil. The 5 is 756k, right? Yeah, so this one is 756,000 if I remember. And then your level 6 one is 1,000,008. And then your other one is 1.1. So if you want in XP, the bigger the node, the better. Because you're going to get better XP from your Earth's Grace talent. Right? So this talent right here. You're going to get more resources completed, right? In that one big one. So yeah, so if you're talking about nodes, then yeah, you want to always go for the biggest one. Always go for the biggest one. And you know, do you want a really good tip, boys? I'll give you the biggest tip here. You want to know how to farm like a G? Click the bloody resource tab here, and wherever you are, once you've started scouting, you'll notice you've got these wonders, yeah? So these wonders as well, when you've scouted them, you know, these cool buildings, they're not just there to look pretty, boys. If you click the actual title, you can see I've got a check button. If you hit check, I've already completed it. But for you guys, you'll have 4 quests to complete. And if you complete all these 4 quests in it, you can get some free tier 4 flying units for doing it. And you get some other goodies. And that's for every wonder. So every wonder you complete, you're going to be getting some T4 units off the rip. So wherever you start, you know, look for these guys and then complete the scouting things to get some free T4 units, right? Yeah, exactly. So if you look for ours, we've got all sorts of buffs, you know. It's like these are 2 we've got right now, and these are melee attack, and then this one is range down here. And there we go. And if you're wondering about free-to-play rewards, this is why it's really good for free-to-play players, because you can get, so if you look at any of these raids, right? So if you zoom out and go to maybe this one here, you see how it has your first occupation reward, right? And the way the first occupation rewards work in this game is it's all based on this buff. So if I kill this dire bear and I haven't got this buff on the alliance at all for the first time, I get the 800 gems, right? So then if I go and killed this, you know, second ranged attack, I don't get any rewards. But this dire bear obviously has a different buff. It has melee, so I'm going to get that reward again, right? So if you can find multiple ones, so there's one here. So this shows you melee unit attacks. That's 800 gems. This one here would give you 800 gems. It's ranged attack. If there's any more, let's see what this one is. Ranged attacks, that doesn't help. Maybe in this zone, there might be an extra one that you could maybe get. But as long as you've got 3 different buffs, or like 2 different buffs on each of your behemoths, you're going to get extra rewards for each one you get. So that's how the reward system works. So when you're looking at like this Necro Giant here, we're going to touch because it gives us these benefits. 5% range defense. And then if we look at this one up here, we're gonna have melee unit defense, so that's an extra another 1,000. But we need to work on cavalry this year, so I'm gonna have to do that later. I'm gonna have to level up these boys, you know, as you do. But as long as I've got, which I've got now, like into this area, which is really good, that's what matters. So for hero levels, which is really good for you guys as well. So everyone, I don't know why they're going for this talent. I hate this talent. If you really want 1.2% extra defense, go for it. That's good for you. But having 6% more march speed in the open field is way stronger, and you're gonna feel the difference. Put it that way. If you don't have march speed, your marchers ain't escaping. Let's just say that. That's the reason why they give you options to pick it. But if we go to someone like Waldir, right? Like I say, Waldir still has the same foundation. Talents, no matter what we're at, always the same. Always get these. Go down this tree for Waldir again, just to show you guys on screen. If you want a Guanwin page, if you picked Guanwin, this is the page I run for raids, right here. As you can see as well, I have over leveled her, and this is what you can do in this game compared to Rise of Kingdoms, which is really cool. The way the tree system works is, obviously you want to progress up and keep progressing up to hit this keystone, but once you've completed and got to this keystone, you have 17 points. So you can do like anyone else has, you know, you can do your 32 points this way, and then you can put your point over here, right? Like you would do and start another tree. But what you can also do is actually keep placing points into the end game in this tree. And if you do that in the precision tree specifically, you get some absolute insane damage buffs. And for my Guan, I have a guide, so if you want to check it out, you know, check the channel out. My guide's up there for Guanwin. You're going to see these damage builds, you know, increase so much, man. As soon as you hit here, and then you get the fragility and the defense mitigation stack on them, and then you get this one here, because you need to max out the 5 out of 5 to get extra rage. But then you get this again, which is another stacking of normal attack damage. Oh, boys. You hit them for like 15, 12k, man. It's so hard how much you hit. And that's how I've been hitting all the high-ranking top 10 DPSs, right? With that literal precision build. So it's what I've been experimenting with compared to everyone else. I've been experimenting with talent trees. I've been trying to actually find things out compared to just saying that we know what we know. Is server 4 a good choice? Probably not. So the way you've got to think is server. So let me look. Let's just look. I don't even need to guess, right? So 11, 12, 13, 14. That's one merge. 15. 15, 16, 17, 18 is another merge. 19, 20, 21, 22 is another merge. 23, 24, 25, 26 another merge. 27, 28, 29, 30 is the next merge. So then you got 31, 32, 33, and 34. So if you make literally an account in any of these right now, it's going to be probably maybe a bad experience. I'm just trying to think, because you've got to think, if you're in any of these servers right now, from 31 to 34, these 4 servers are most likely going to merge into each other like ours has down here, right? Like these two. Because this is, ours is server 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is 5, 6, 7, 8. And we've got we've got servers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This one is 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then it goes up like, as I just said, right? So if you're in 31 to 34... you've got to think you're going to be against every single YouTuber that's playing this game right now. You're also going to be against like Mephisto. You are also going to be against anyone that's going to be spending whale-wise, like even in our kingdom. Like I said, I'm not even lying. I think it's the same guy, boys. Look, we've got King of Midas here, and then there's someone in server 32 called Midas. So it might be the same guy, right? I can't say it is, but it might be. And if it is, it's like you're going to be competing with all of those, and all of those guys are going to be merging into one server. So if you want the experience, right? If you really want the experience to play with other YouTubers, go for it. I'm not going to stop it, right? Because it is down to you and your choice at the end of the day. But if you honestly want the best chances of like having fun without like worried about maybe getting zeroed or maybe something like that, I'd honestly just wait, or even make one in one of these servers, right? So if you look now, you got servers 35 and 36. So you could make one in one of these, or just wait and make one in. I might wait until they're in the 40s, boys. I'm not even lying. I reckon. I don't even know when Mr. Boss Nasty is announcing it, or if he's announced it yet. But I'm assuming he's going to be wanting to go in the 40 region instead of the 30 region. To get probably rid of a lot of the hype train people that are just, playing instantly off launch. Because obviously this is a project, so hopefully this project goes into a server that's not going to be as heavily populated, right, as any of these ones. So we'll soon see, obviously, but that's my opinion, honestly. If you want to, go for it. I'm not going to stop you, but if you're going to make a new account, maybe 35, 36 is probably going to be already a better option than these ones, and you can technically start now. It's only 5 hours opened. There's no... Literally, the game could be 24 hours opened, and you can still make a new account and catch up really easily within 24 hours. I don't care what anyone says. If you're an active player, you are going to be able to do it, honestly. Put it this way, I'm slacking, I'm a low spender, yeah? I'm slacking, low spender. My CP is up. My heroes are coming up to 50, right? But if we go to our CP bar again, I have a load of CP ready. So when I'm ready to, in my good time, which is probably going to be very soon anyway, like maybe tomorrow on my day off, or on my day off, I'm going to be pushing a load of CP out anyway. Level up all my cavalry heroes up. And then go from there. And you'll see like all my heroes are going to be 53 plus, I want to say, around there. But if you got any more questions, let me know. I am literally a wealth of knowledge. I am, even at work, they say it. I'm a sponge. I literally soak up knowledge. That's what I'm good. You can nickname me the slime out of, the anime with the consume predator skill. I'm just consuming knowledge and knowledge and knowledge. And this is what showcases playing Call of Dragons every single day for at least 8 hours a day. For how many are we on? We are on 190 consecutive login days. Yeah, so that is my require. If you're wondering from my credentials why I can talk the way I can talk, that's why. Compared to a lot of the other guys that, if you asked them, log into your beta account, and then if they showed you this number, you'd laugh. Alright. Even Chisgo got Chisgo got zeroed in SS1, I remember. Like, he got zeroed in my server, his original account. And it's because he never played the game. So it's like, why would anyone notify you if you don't play the game, bro? Like, but now he's playing, it's a different story, right? And obviously he's got his main, which is cool. I can't wait to see them guys fight, bro. Because when they fight and I get to do all the live commentary, and you guys are going to be able to see, like, true people, like, fight as well, it's gonna be a good time. I don't know. I don't think they'll allow me to. If they allow anyone like me to, it might be only to servers like Chisgle's server. Maybe in a certain year. You know what I mean? So imagine if my server and anyone else's, maybe like the next super server, or they're probably going to be within the same power region within a year or two. I'm not even going to lie. I bet you they're going to be within the same power region. So, over time, no matter what, it does equalize out, right? Because people don't need to build, like, bazillions. It's like, even if I switched over to, like, my main on Rock, I've got Rock still, but I don't play it. Like, my main's over 70 million, and I don't play it. It's just going to sit there and rot, like, forever, unfortunately. But, if you got any questions, like I say, talent builds, ask away. I can tell you anything about talent builds. I've got pretty much every hero that you need up 43 plus on screen, so we can go over varieties of talent builds as well. I can give you all the tips like I told Chisgol to do, but he's kind of misrelayed it. So what we will do, actually, I'm going to switch back over to that account. So what you guys want to do, so when you make your account, right, and you're going to be getting your heroes, you need to unlock Earth's Grace, so there's the Gathering talent, and the way to do it is literally just put, and I mean just put 1 point, 1 XP tome into it. So at the start of the game, as you can see, we have a load of XP to start with. I say a load, it's not, it's tiny, right? But we can turn it into a lot by literally clicking 1 button. And that's it. I don't care what anyone else has told you, do not put any more, because this 1 talent alone, just putting it in here, is going to out-level your early game really fast. And as soon as he gets to a decent level, which is 20, and you can deputize him, you're going to be putting heroes like Craig or your Wild Deer behind your Chapchar to then level up even quicker, right? So just put 1 point in 1 XP tome. That's it. Don't do anything else, honestly. I can even showcase him gaining XP. So if we go over here, we need ore mines. We know misses. We can't get that yet, or prospecting, so let's get the rock one. There we go. And here you go, look. So you can see this alliance here building now. So they've got their core and their fortress. Their flag's literally on top of me. Hey guys. I don't know if there'll be YouTubers in 35, 38, but it doesn't look like it. So far, every single YouTuber I've seen, Echo, Chisgol, I've seen Imo, I've seen Ploto, who else? I've seen so many of them, all in server 32. So, I'd definitely not be going there. Like I said, like, you can play there, it's always down to choice. By the end of the day, it's always down to choice, right? So, this guy is on 0 XP. We'll see if he gains any XP for farming literally tiny amounts right now. There we go, look, he's already on 2. Just to show. He's gaining XP, so that's how you do it. So just send him doing what he wants to do, whatever, right? So that just showcases later on. We don't want to be hitting him. So later on, once you empty out this CP and stuff, that's what you want to be doing. Just put 1 point in, just start going. And they'll come back nicely as well, so if we deploy some units. Oh, I need 2 marchers, right? So let's upgrade. Let's see what legendary. No. Oh, we got Magic Bomb. So this is a really good artifact. So if you're looking for any artifact to invest into, especially free to play and low spenders and whales at the moment, this is a really good one. It's a really cool effect because a lot of the time, as you're going to see if you do watch any of my open field, is you attach it to an enemy, and after 8 seconds, like the little video shows on screen, it blows up and detonates. Does a nice amount of nuke damage to 3 nearby targets. So it is really good. I'm actually happy I got that instantly. It's a really good one to run. But in open field, it's really funny because you can have like cavalry units running away from you, and you can hit the magic bomb onto them, and then because they're running away to their obviously allies, they just start, you know, blowing each other up. So there's a lot of fun stuff you can do with them. Let's hit this. I want to hit the silver chest and see if we get Keller this time, hopefully. Nope. So we didn't get Keller that time. Unlucky. Let's carry on scouting as much as we can. Also, click this little bottom tick. This allows your scout unit just to stay still, like you would do in Rock. Me and my mates are trying this game for the first time. Never played Rise of Kingdoms before. If you had to focus on one thing for a new player, what would it be on? So the way you always, especially when you're a new player, when you're focusing on, you always want to focus on the city hall and your tech. That's the primary focus, right? So this game almost works in a constant KVK fashion, that you start out in a KVK, it goes all the way through, it resets, and then you're in another KVK, but it's a merge of 4 servers, right? But you keep all your progress that you've done on your city. So what you want to be doing as a new player is looking at this Hall of Order, seeing, as you can see here, the additional capacity starts to increase. You get your Legion queue, and a really good thing to get to is 16. A really good push, honestly, is just to get around 16, because if you can get to 11 and 16, you're having 3 marches. And then when you're at 16, you can maybe chill for a day or whatever. And then as soon as you push 17, you've got your 4th march. It's a really good push. And when you hit 22, that's when you're going to get your 5th march. So pushing your city hall is the main aim, because obviously you're going to get more marches to do more stuff. And then obviously the more you can do, the quicker you're going to either power up, the quicker you're going to be doing all sorts of stuff, right? So that's what you should be focusing on in the early game. Yeah, I've seen, I think it's Nephisto's already over 11 million in server 32. That's what I mean. That's why I'm not even worried. I'm going to let those guys be those guys. You know what I mean? You got to think, like, everyone in server 31 to 34 is almost all of the Rise of Kingdoms old guard, right? So that's all your Chisgul, you know, probably Omniarch might be there. I don't know. We'll soon see. I've not seen anything of him yet. I'll probably check him out later on in the day. But that's where all those guys are. So it's to be expected, man. Yeah, even that's better. In 34, that, you know, that server seems good, right? But you've got to remember, after that season finishes, servers 31, 32, 33, 34 will merge, and they'll all become like super server 30, for example, right? They'll have their own number, just the same as my server has. So that's why it's important within the cluster as well, because you're going to be fighting your other servers that's to your left and right, basically, when you're in it. So let's summon Wild Deer. I'm actually gonna switch this though to this, just because this one is better for PvEing. Because if you notice, this artifact you can trigger straight away. So some artifacts, because I've only got 2 to talk about in the inventory, but I can show you them all, or how to see them all after. But there's 2 kinds of, obviously, artifacts. There's PvE and there's PvP. So there is an actual, you know, where you want to be focusing these. So your PvP ones always have a rage cost, no matter what. These guys always have a rage cost, and they have a cooldown when you can use them. Obviously, these can be used on anything. This is PvP combat, or you could also use these on patrols too. But this incantation, as you can see, has no rage cost. And because it has no rage cost, and it even shows you the peacekeeping talent, you know it's specifically for Darklings and Dark Creatures and Behemoths, which it even shows you in the blurb, you know, in a little detail section, right? If you go and click on the detail button, you can see a bit more about it. The question mark shows you the star level. Every star level you put into it, you're going to keep, even on season reset. So you keep your investment like you would do as your heroes. You get a Legion attack increase every time you're going up. So it's a cool feature to have.
The mist has dispersed.
But you can also increase the skill damage, obviously, of this artifact. So here we go. And it goes all the way up to 2800. And the thing is, this is no laughing matter. A Phoenix Eye, which is the legendary one, even at level 1 only does 2000, and then at level 2 it does 2400. So you're already beating a level 2 legendary artifact for raiding, technically. If you're bringing a raid artifact, you know, that's why. So do you think when there's 5 or 6 super servers they will merge them together? I don't know. I honestly don't know what they're gonna do. for so much, and I've always been wondering when they're gonna announce like an alliance versus alliance system, so Ark of Osiris, because I think that's gonna be the next step. And then once they've done that, then they're gonna be able to do maybe like server versus server events again. We'll see, we don't know. So this is the Craig event again that I was talking about earlier. You can easily get to here. You can definitely get this sometimes if you push your limit a little bit as a free-to-play player, but you will never gain this as a free-to-play player. It's just so hard to do, man. You literally have to play, I think, nearly 24 hours every day, and you can't waste any of your CP, because on one of these days, day 3 and 4, there's a load of stuff to do with patrols and killing stuff, and you need a load of CP to do it, so you have to save whatever CP you did have for those days. It's just wild. It's just a wild one. PC launch, we got the title, we've got the frame, let's go. Switch up. Yes, let's go. Let's switch to the boy. Let's see what these guys are saying in chat. Let me see. I'm starting out and I picked Orcs. Sorry, I don't know the name. I'm just seeing Warcraft factions. Yeah, man. I just watched your videos and I wanted to go Mage. And I got Valen. Do I reroll human or keep? So the thing is, it's really funny. What you did is exactly what I did. So I started out with Wilderberg on my main. And I played technically infantry in this first season. I regret playing infantry, but I don't really regret picking Wilderberg, because again, you can change your faction to the major one if you really want to, but the only thing that's different is all your starting quests, right? So any of these main quest lines right here is going to be focused on that Bakar expertise, so it means you're going to expertise Bakar first compared to everyone else. Are you disappointed there was no update for global launch? Not really, because there was on our server, kinda, right? That was what it won't show it here, but that was on Super Server 1 why we had our patch recently. That was like a hotfix. I think it was to prepare for this. So let's just find some Darklings to kill, because we need to kill these Darklings.
Surrender to the King's Mage. Good job, everyone.
That's how easy it is, guys. I'm just saying.
Let me survey our surroundings.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Let's go. Let's kill this.
Feel the power of ice.
After how many hours does a server come out? I don't know that question off the top of my head. It seems like today it's every nearly 12 to 16 hours, it seems. Or sooner. I just keep an eye out, honestly. Just keep an eye out. Boss Nasty did keep that data, but with all the new players coming, I can imagine all the new servers are like really rampant, if that makes sense. So because there's such an influx of players, they're probably constantly making new servers, so what you can always do, and this is no even shame even, you know, say you make an account on, you know, server 32 or wherever, make an account, play for a couple of days, get to grips with the controls, right? Understand what you're doing a little bit, you know, maybe watch more content so you understand more about the game. And then once you've got a little bit more of that understanding, just make a new account on a new server. You've only invested 2 days, and I'm not being like funny, like I've invested over 6 months into my account, right? And I've got multiple accounts on here, and some of them are surprisingly, like, you know, they're somehow going up in power without me even trying. So I wouldn't worry about it. If you wanted to re-roll as well, honestly, go for it. I'm not even going to tell you no. If you really wanted to re-roll for that perfect, you know, say you got Waldir, you hit 10 gold keys, you get Valen. If you want that, go for it. I'm not even going to stop you, but just remember, you only can make 1 account per server, But obviously the servers merged, so that's a really fun way for you guys to cheat farms into one server. Just to give you guys a hint. Which hero is better for Behemoths, Kanara, or Nico? Currently, Nico is. So Kanara is cool because she does 1400 damage, don't get me wrong. But the damage dealt reduction is not really needed. It's a nice body buff, but you don't need this in the Behemoth one. She only gives 20% normal attack damage. Again, this doesn't matter. 30% attack bonus is really good though, if you have this maxed out. If you have her expertise, she's probably stronger. Probably. We haven't tested her out yet, fully expertise, so that's why we're waiting. But from what we have known so far, Nico is better because he does a 15% defense reduction no matter what. And the fact that you're getting a 20% still here, and then you get a 20% normal attack bonus here, these two bonuses combined does a ton of damage. And if you do have him expertise like a PogChamp, you have a really good defense break damage synergy here. So at the moment, Nico with Guanwin and Nico and Kanara technically are the two best DPS matches for Raid Behemoths. Let's find another 5 now. This is also what you should be doing if you're trying to go up. Just use one march at the start just to get them, get to the higher levels. Don't waste anything. Try and stun him. Didn't stun it. Say it.
I'm not that wise.
Nice and
I
easy.
just know how to think.
So let's go to the hero page. Let's level him up a little bit now. Get the march speed. So we want march speed. Let's find level 6. Nico on Husk is really good. In the early game, Nico on Husk is like Pog Champers, bro. If you're a whale, yeah, just you can Nico Husk it easy. Like easy, bro. This champ. So the thing with Husk compared to Barker was like trying to be a commander, right? Husk is trying to be a stat stick, and you know what? He's a very good stat stick. So imagine you're playing any game, right? Any commander. You pick your commander. Now your commander gains 20% extra attack, 30% extra health, and 10% increased damage dealt across their board. That's obviously their normal attack, skill damage, and counter attack damage, all increased by 10%. So that's often on your first skill alone, right? Your second one does a defense reduction if you're rallying. Alright, so only rallying this one, so you can ignore this. But your third skill gives you a 10% defense bonus if he's the primary. But if he's behind, like he should be with the Nico, he gives Nico an extra 15% normal attack damage for no reason. So it's really good to have him as your secondary. And then he also gives you a free 3,000 cap, right? But if you have him expertise, you know, you get this effect, which is nuts. Your normal attacks gain crit rate. And then their counter attack crit rate is increased as well. So your counter attacks and normal attacks all crit rate now. So everything crits. Big damage. So he is all about stats and amplifying your stats. So he is a good hero. Who else is good? There's other heroes that you might use as well. So like in Fear's really good. She's good with certain heroes that you can like obviously fly with, but you can also use her in the Dragon Trials to be like a secondary behind someone like Garwood to make him even more tankier, because then you can run someone like Madeline and Endis to do an AoE heal and make the fights that you're doing take more damage. And then you have Fear that's healing with Garwood and shielding. And then you have your artifacts that help. Like I can showcase this all on my main again. But let's keep going through the boys, right? I'm at level 7 now, I think. No, I'm at 6. Find me a 6. Go. Right, sorry.
What a brilliant idea.
Any more questions? Just slap them in chat. Honestly, you can ask anything, and I'll answer it. And if obviously I don't see it, oh, he's dead. We need more troops now. So that's the one time we need more troops. Okay, we got you, girl. We got you. But I need 2 marches to be fair, and I think I get my second march in a sec. Yeah. As soon as I get 2 marches, we're golden. Because we need these 2 marches so they can both hit the guys together, and we're gonna hopefully find a infantry unit soon for the gold keys, because then we're gonna be able to have a front line and a back line, and we're gonna be able to constantly level up really quickly and efficiently with our CP. So let's see if we're able to get that. We won, obviously, the boy wild deer. So if you've noticed there as well, can I just hit, what happens there? Oh, nice. If you see the button, press it, boys. You saw it live on stream. 200 gems, 2 gold keys. Let's go. By just hitting a button. Yeah, so if you're looking at that though, what I was gonna say before that reward rudely, you know, came, you can change this at any time as well, you know. So if you're looking to certain heroes, go for it. But this sweet do, this little 5 times boy that you get every day, is what you're gonna need. It's what you're gonna need to actually hit the button, as you can see now, and you can gift it them. And this is what gives you your trust level. So now we're at level 3 trust, right? So if we go to our hero page now and go to dialogue, you can see this is unlocked. So now if I press it, we can just watch a quick cinematic. I'm just going to try and brief through it, because obviously if you guys want to watch it, I'll let you guys watch it. I don't want to spoil too much of the game for you. Just trying to give you guys obviously like all the tips that you need to effectively level up quick, because no one's telling you anything. And there you go, look, so I'm already at the trust level 3, so I can do this one now. So let's get another couple of heads. So we got 2 from the first one, and then we're gonna get another mount here.
She saved me. We can't protect Sarah as long as I'm still breathing. She should. You're right. Right.
So there's 3 there, boom. So that's 5 heads already, and that's from this section. And if you do complete this, which is level 4 trust, you'll get 5 heads. So in total, you get 10 heads every single time you do this. And like I say, you can do this to every hero. So it means you can level up these skills really quickly. You can invest into them, you know. Let's just level him up. So there's his skill. Always level up this first skill first, guys. You can always over level, so don't worry about it. Level up to your heart's content. Just keep your skill 1 as locked as possible until it's level 5, and then upgrade your star level to unlock your other skills, right? Should I just place the AF? Let me look. Is it worth investing and getting the Infernal Flame artifact? So that is, when we look, and also if you're wondering, on your hero screen right now, if you click, oh, get me out, sorry. City Hall upgrade. Jeez. Right, we're good. Get me in. Get me back, coach. Get me back. So we got the Alliance Center now anyway. Cool. Yeah, get me out. Let me go back where I were, boys. Right, so yeah, so we go to the hero screen, where you can see your artifacts in the top corner. If you actually click it and hit replace, you can always see every single artifact in the game. You can also see what they do. You can't see their skills, unfortunately, but there's another way of doing that, so I'll show you that as well. But this is how to see every single artifact, and I mean everyone, right? So you're looking about the Infernal Flame one. If you are a whale again and you've got Lilia, definitely get Infernal Flame. Even if you're a mage player, Infernal Flame is still going to be very powerful, because it does an 1100 damage factor, and then it gains you a new passive. So the thing to note with these is these artifacts are almost evolving. So as you can see, this is the Phoenix Eye. This is the very first artifact that we was basically introduced to. This deals a mass amount of damage to 4 units and a big AoE, right? So it is a big amount of damage, but the Infernal Flame deals a little bit less damage, but it allows your magic units to inflict Scorch, which is a skill-based damage effect. It's the same effect that's on Lilia's skill. So as you can see here, she has a probability to inflict Scorch. Same with this one, she has a probability to inflict Scorch. So you can now have any mage do the same thing. And obviously if you have the Infernal Flame on Lilia, it's even better because she has Scorch on her kit. If the unit's already Scorched, she does even more to them. And obviously you're applying as much of his Scorch effect and specializing into that hero, right? So it is really good. You can also go into other things with mages. So the best ones for mages at the moment is going to be this Infernal Flame one. The Tear of Arbon is a really good one as well because it does a massive AoE healing effect. So a massive murder ball situation now. Imagine if you've got 4, 5, 6 players all with 1 Tear of Arbon each. You know, you could put a massive 6 AoE healer on your murder ball, keep it healed up as people are trying to hit it with other stuff and counter artifact play. And then you also have, like I said, the Phoenix Eye. This is the legendary that everyone uses at the moment. And then epic wise, you want Magic Bomb. Magic Bomb's really good. Another one which I've also missed, actually, now I remembered it off the top of my head, is, if I can see it, this one. Yes, this is another good mage artifact, but you can use it in other areas if you really wanted to, but it is made specific for mages. It allows you to do a little bit of damage onto them, but the powerful thing about it is you do a big defense break for 20 seconds. So if they stick around, they're going to get punished for it. So you've got, honestly, a load of good viable options. One thing that you'll realize when you play this game is you'll find one artifact that you love the most, just the way it works. So you've got single target healing down here as well for mages, but I wouldn't use it. Spirit Bangle's really cool for raids, but you don't really use it for anywhere else. And then anything down here you don't use, but one artifact that is crucial in this game, and I'm going to say this to any of you guys that are infantry players, right? So if you're an infantry main, you need this maxed out because this is what you're going to be using to actually taunt the Behemoth, and it means you gain control or you gain aggro of the Behemoth, and you can make it so your DPS or all of your alliance members don't take damage. It's a really powerful effect. You do use this a lot when you are a infantry main player, right? So just remember that one. Alliance Fortress situation. So again, I don't know which starting zone you're in, but if you're in like this Kaltir starting zone, I would be positioned more towards this area, because you can see on the map you're close to 2 different you're basically close to pass 2, and that's what you want to be. And then you can be close to pass 1 and defend it. If you're in Burning Lands over here, again you want to be positioned more to the right side, but if you want to play it more safe and you don't want to get into fights, obviously the further or closer to this massive wall here, the safer you're going to be. So if you want a nice safe alliance, safe kingdom, safe farm, honestly stay on this ridgeline. It's pretty much it, really. You're in Zoland, so you're here. So if you're Zoland, you probably, I'm gonna have to switch. I know where you want to be as well. Hold on. Let's switch back over. I hope you guys do enjoy the game, honestly. It is so fun to play. People give it a bad rep trying to say it looks silly or whatever, but it literally is the exact same art design as Rise of Kingdoms. The only thing is we have a mystical theme. We don't have real life or historical figures. So let's go to Zola now, right? So let's go that. And even the map, man. I don't understand how anyone can say that the green map in Rise looks better than this. This is like just beautiful to look at, especially when you look to like Red Marsh, man. Like, look at that. That's one of your wonders, by the way. Like, this is beautiful. But yeah, you can, as you can see here, this is actually a really good spot, yeah, where farm is. Because where you are with farm, you're really close to this Red Marsh, which again gives you really good resources. So if you look here, you can see level 6 tiles, level 5 tiles. But if you zoom out and come here, there's level 1s and 2s. Same if you look around these behemoths, you're going to see maybe 3s and 4s. Some 5s potentially, but more 3 and 4s. So if you actually position here where farm is, it's a really good spot. And you can basically, what you do is you build towards these behemoths around you, and then you can build towards this pass. Or what you can also do is what God's done. You can straight up build here and work your way backwards. You can also build down in this region, cover these passes. So it depends what your game plan is, right? Because this is what I'm saying. So if you're in Zolan now, yeah, you can get attacked from Forgotten Lands and you can get attacked from Burning Lands. So you need to decide as an alliance, are you going to be a fighting alliance or a farm one? And if you're going to be more of a chilled out farm one that wants to do some of these raids, you want to be back here. You want to be hidden somewhere back here. But if you're happy to take the fight a little bit, you want to be more positioned in this front curve, basically. You're able to then touch pass 1, and you're able to touch pass 2, which is into your next zone, right? So this is where these guys are all positioned. You can see BD2 are all around here. BD1 just built here, so that just shows you that's where they're happy to build, and they're going to be like building across probably like that. Who knows? But as long as you've got a nice little structure going, and you can target some of these, it's nice and easy. If you started up here, it's even easier. I mean, I'm just saying, if you started where Chisgul started, you literally drop your core fortress here. If you don't drop your core fortress here, you're losing already. Let's just say that. Because if you put it here, you gain control of the pass, you work backwards, and you gain this bear here, you gain this Hydra here, and you gain control of this bridge, which is super important for the pass. And it allows you to work backwards to get this giant. You can get this bear, you can get this second giant, and you can get this Thunder Rock. And you can also get another Thunder Rock here. So you basically get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 behemoths that you can capture. And the pass if you built here. So that is honestly the best place if you're in Navula. You can build here, don't get me wrong, right? You can build your core fortress here, and you know, flag to this giant, to this, to this, to this, and then flag around to the pass. But flags are too easy to get destroyed, and like I say, your enemies are in Sophronia, so they're going to be taking this pass, and they're going to be coming at you. So you want your core fortress with your ally core fortress here, protecting this as a no-go zone that they can't duo until they push through and defeat it. So you need a, yeah, Black Crow Gorge is close to you. Yeah, so you're up here. Yeah, this is fine. So if you was here, you got to look at your bridges, right? So this is one bridge, so you need to be able to get access to this bridge. This bridge. Is there no other bridge? Really? No. That seems horrible, actually. Yeah, if you're up here, you're going to be safe. I'm just saying that now. Because to get to you, you need to go across this bridge, right? You need to then go across this bridge. So you need to go, like, up here. Then you need to come down this river to come here, to go back up the river, to then go into here, which is where you are. Because you're in the Crowflock Wildland area. Yeah, you're super safe, to be fair. If you want to play a nice, safe game, you can capture this giant, this giant bear. You can capture this Thunder Rock as well, because you just come over this bridge and touch it. And if you're really adventurous, you might be able to secure this magma later on. right? So you could even get a late game raid if you're in the starting zone still. So you could do that, you know, you could fight these 4, and then any of your alliances that are in your union, so your allies, you might join them to get the other rewards, you know what I mean? So you could do something like that. It's obviously, again, it's up to your management how where you pick, where you want to do with your alliance, what its goals are. So yeah, if you wanna start somewhere that's safe and you're not worried about too much fighting, this is pretty safe. Because again, if you look, you just gotta look at your map, right? And the way the map dictates, there's a bridge here, there's a bridge here, the river stops here, so it's like I have to. So example, if I'm GOD, I have to go across this bridge, I have to go across this bridge down here, and then I have to go up into this bridge to then come up. The only other way I can get to you, and it's the only way like anyone can do in this game, is drop a core fortress here and build towards you. But like these guys, right? You can core drop it anywhere, but whoever core drops still has to get troops all the way to that location. And if you kill them all, then how are they going to get troops all the way back without, you know, dying again? And it's kind of sad. So yeah, kind of. The watchtower, depending on your city hall, is very hidden. Mine's pretty simple. It's right here. You know, it's this little thing, and it comes in. There you go. I notice a lot of the time I might, on the mobile one, this gets clicked a lot by accident just because of where I've got my stuff placed. But yeah, it's just this little thing. This, but you don't really use your watchtower much. I'm not even lying. And as long as you're on Alliance territory like this, you won't get rallied either. So don't worry about getting rallied. So let's just send some guys out to farm so we're not losing out. 'Cause I need to be farming because I'm trying to finish off some cool bits. I'm going to send Ordo out to summon a level 7 tile. That's one of the equipments. So that equipment summoned this 1.1 million tile for me. So now I can just use Ordo to farm it again. And now this alliance resource we need as well. So let's just quickly put some units in there. We'll put our Guan in for a bit. Actually, no, we'll level up the cavalry as soon as we need to level cavalry up. This artifact, when you do get it, guys, use it off cooldown instantly. It's too good of an artifact. It allows you just to farm really, really high amounts of resources. The cool thing is this artifact as well can be used in your alliance mana pits or, you know, resource pits. So this is the best way to use it. But also, for example, say you're in war and you need teleport positions, people could send Keller here to instantly farm this mana pool to open up a TP spot too. So it just gives you, you know, some options to use. Depends in creative ways, you know. But yeah, we got everything here. Like say, if you want to see anything right now or know anything, you need to check anything, how any of the mechanics work, ask away, because this is the account to ask on. This is showcasing you everything unlocked, what you're going to be able to achieve within easily 3 seasons. Epic wise, you're definitely going to get everything epic wise, right? Legendary wise, don't look at my account, just because as you can see I am a low spender. I have had all the heroes here 5111 at least. So we're in a good spot. Obviously, Lily, my Lily's not maxed out. I'm happy where she is, and you don't need her maxed out. That's how good she is. I've got these stats because I've rolled them really lucky, as you can see. We've got Valen at the top. Valen's going to be just the best, man. Honestly, I just can't wait for everyone to realize this is the YSG of the game. This guy. Like, Lilia is really good, don't get me wrong. Lilia is like insane PvP because the amount of damage she lays out, right? But Valen makes it so she does even more damage. Like by a lot. So question, why do you have your settlements on the edge of the territory? So The reason why is it's the same reason as Rise of Kingdoms, in essence, but it's weird because it doesn't work. I think it's just our muscle memory or our, I don't know, coordination. The general reason was originally when you farmed, or when we assumed, when you farm these tiles here, you gain the resources. As you can see, this gains resources. You see, when you're gathering resources on this area, you gain that 25% extra speed, except when you're gathering the gems. You get, you get sent back, and that's it. So when you're on this area, you're getting that 25% gather speed, right? Same as Rise of Kingdoms. So if you kind of, you know, do this, right? So you're all kind of on the edge. What tends to happen is all the tiles start spawning in the center, right? So you can see they're all now coming more in the center. And because they're all coming in the center, it means you're able to farm this 25% more faster. You don't get any alliance resources for this, guys, as well. Just to let you know, you don't get alliance resource from this. You only get the speed duration. To get alliance resources, so, you know, if you're looking at trying to build a flag, trying to build a core fortress later on, you're trying to get these resources, right? Or should I say, like, this production rate. So you're trying to get this, right? You need this. In order to gain this, if you're a builder for your alliance, you need to learn the map really well. And because if you hit the alliance resource tab, it showcases where all the best passive nodes are. So if your alliance needs more wood, you want to be on the grid here, which has 3 wood on and then 2 gold. But again, if you need more, let's say, stone, you go for this one for stone. If you need mana, here you go. Mana and wood is there. So as you can see, like, each big grid has its area that it has, right? And when you zoom out even further, you can see, like, the general overview of what the characteristics is. So that's how you do get alliance resources, is literally through flags on this land. And another way, and the only other way that the Code Dragon dev team did tell us, is through your alliance bit. So this is completely safe. As you can see, you gain 25%. You can send 1 legion. They can't be attacked. And there you go. A proportion gathered from here is gained in your alliance resources, right? So that just shows you now. I'm not talking bungrolitis. You know, I'm not lying to you all. This is how you can gain alliance resources only. So farm here, or your flags themselves will generate you that resource for your alliance. Any other resource you farm, so any of these nodes, these will just farm 25% faster for yourself, but they won't do anything for your alliance, right? So, that covers that question, and that covers everything you need to know as well about alliances. That's everything as well, like resource-wise, you're gonna need to know. We're up 500k, nice. Got some keys. Have we got enough to open? Yes, we do. Let's go. Let's open 10. Epics already. And then we're going to go and scrap these epics away because we don't need them. So this is another thing you can do in the game, guys. You know, if you've got expertise heroes, you could scrap them, as you can see here. And by scrapping them, you gain some little goodies at the top. You can either get universals, you can get stars, which I'm going to be gaining to level up your legendaries for the future. And you can even get keys if you really want to. You can even come here and you can even get rid of these if you really wanted to. And these are your artifacts, and then again, then you can spend them to get benefits for your artifacts. And then there's the bottom end, which is so far just these two. I don't know why. And then you can get everything here. So that's scrap. You can do scrap really well later on.
Do you need me to help with training?
Nope, we don't need you to help with training, mate. Any questions while we're on this server? Again, this is my policy page. As you can see, I have really high policies, and that's just by pressing alliance and help every single time. Even in the dragon trials, just to show you, I'm at level 60. I can keep pushing, which I'm going to be doing off stream anyway. And by pushing obviously at least the 6th stage, you can see I've been able to max out this policy tree really easily. The things on policies you always want to be going for is this military expansion 1, 2 and 3. So make sure early game you get these done just to like 1, 2, you know, the minimal requirements similar to like your tech. And then once you get military expansion 2, pump a load into this. I mean, you might want to go back later on and get some hero XP. You know, the whole point of the policy tree, guys, is to benefit you. So the first bit with the expansion is like you always do, but then afterwards it's down to your choice. So if you need your heroes leveling up, just put your points into war studies to get that hero XP, or if you fancy leveling up your artifacts first, just pump points into your artifacts to get double chance, right? Healing wise, always go for free healing. Free healing has been shown so far every single season to be the best healing in the game, no matter what. I don't care what anyone says, this resource healing even here isn't worth it. The reason is, the more you get in your free healing, even from your hospitals, so this, as you can see, 32,000 free healing, right? This increases with the percentage on your policies. So this is increasing here, this is increasing now the rate that you can do. This is also doing like a flat percentage on the resource healing amount. Again, just bad. So if we look at the healing now, 278k, it's only 116k here. And like I say, every single day you're gaining basically almost 3 marches at the moment, nearly 2 you know, a mass amount of marches healed. And then you might wake up and you might heal 90,000 troops, you know, and then that reduces your hospital down by, I don't know, 8-12 hours, whatever it is. I don't know, it could be anything. But free healing has always been the best. That's the reason I've been able to hit such high merits. That's the reason why everyone in the server has been able to hit such high merits. So remember, free healing. Don't care. Don't care. Any questions though? You got anything to ask in chat? Just go, man. Just fire away. Ooh, Poos. Accept Poos to alliance, please. Okay. There we go. Let's boot up this stream. Let me put my... I haven't even had my overlay on. Let's put this. There you go. This is what I was meant to be on for all that time, but here we go. At least you guys can see who you're speaking to. This is me, Mr. Sneaky, obviously. We're here 2 hours in. So, I remember in the video, policies reset at the end of season, if I remember right. Is there tech that doesn't? Yeah, so exactly what you said. So, here's your research. So, just like Rise of Kingdoms, you have your T4, T2, you know, T3, T5, whatever. You know, you got all up to T5 here. And you keep this no matter what. Every season, you're progressing and you're making your account stronger. And that's another thing to remember. So, when you're in this tree, which is your eco tree, right? Your first season's going to be rough. I'm not even going to lie to you. It's going to be rough. Because you don't have extra XP bonus. You don't have that extra CP. And you also don't have, again, more CP and more CP recovery speed. Like, and you don't have that hero XP bonus. And you don't have that peacekeeping damage, right? But as soon as that season reset happens and you're already completed with all of these, and you're like where I'm at, where this is like 9 out of 10, and you're pushing forward, and these are all minimals, like you can see, your heroes level up so much faster. Like, it's not even close how much faster they level up. So you just got to think, every season, everything's going to be leveling up quicker and quicker and quicker every season, because you're empowering your account so it's more, you know, it's stronger. As well, on top of it, you got to think, the more you're playing each season, you're learning the game. and you're learning muscle memory and you're learning mechanics and stuff. So then you're able on season reset just to naturally like go boom, boom, hit this, click this, boom, attack this. Like, this is how fast you can be playing this game. It is so fast. In Rise of Kingdoms, you need to be holding to summon a troop. Here you click. We just click and click off. You don't hold. You just click. So it's all about speed. It's all about fast. It's all about movement. It's amazing. The more you play it, the more you're gonna fall in love with it. Honestly. Any more questions? So as I say, you got your tech, and then obviously policies always reset. So like I say, all your policies, your hero level. So again, so if we look here, my Bakar's level 19, but he's got all of his skills maxed out. He's still 4-star. Doesn't matter. You keep your investment, guys. You lose just the progress of using the hero. That's it. So then if you really do, honestly, if you enjoy Lilia and you love using Lilia, and you, like me, I love Nico, you're always going to have Nico maxed out. And he's always going to be the strongest at any given point, because you're always going to be using him, right? So just remember that. And his little afro jiggles. Another reason why you love Nico, man. Yes, I am planning on buying a webcam. The thing is, as you guys know, I do work. I have my own job, and I'm content creating as a side job at the moment. I don't content create full time like Chisgo does, or Echo, or any of the big boys. You know, so this is obviously my chance to hopefully be like them in the future. But obviously we've got to start somewhere and then work our way up. So things like that I am invested into. One thing I am looking into, which is really funny, is that bongo cart, if you remember. I really want that bongo cart or something similar. So where it's like, maybe it's like a little secret ninja, you know, and that secret ninja like floats around somewhere on screen. Not too big, you know, so maybe I make my banner a little bit smaller and then it fits down at the bottom corner. So, but I do plan on having a webcam. Obviously, it feels like everyone wants me to have a webcam, but at the same time, if I have a webcam, I won't be really Mr. Sneaky then. You know, you guys know what I look like. So it'd be a bit of a catch-22. we want a webcam, but we don't want to be seen. So, but yeah, I do plan on doing that. I'm gonna jump back over quickly to the other server because I am gonna be closing the stream soon. Not right now, but I am gonna be closing it soon because I've finished work. And I'm going to be working again tomorrow, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd do like 24-hour streams. But here we are. We're back at 32. We've got a load of goodies now. Let's just click this button. Does it actually allow me to do it? Or... yeah, so this is the survey. It comes up, so you just kind of like click away. If you really want to go through, obviously you can pick large scale behemoths is really cool. Fantasy theme, no cost healing is really good. Yeah, next page. Fantasy theme, just we like the characters, we like being different races and the fighting styles. Okay, let's be different characters. That's better. Where did you first learn? I don't even remember, man. I'm just gonna put NA. I honestly don't even remember. It's been so... I think I honestly heard from it when I was playing Rise of Kingdoms in the KVK. Someone mentioned it, and then I started looking into it, and I found it, and then we got in, right? We started from server 4, so... Rise of Kingdoms, we've played... technically Rise of Empire, I've played back in the day, and War and Order, but... and Mafia City, and State of Survival, and Warpath. We'll just click them all. We'll click these. It's fine. And Lord of the Rings, we've done. What PC games do we play? Yeah, MMORPGs. We play strategy. We play MOBAs. That is what we love and trust in, and RTSs. That's why we love this game. We normally watch stuff on YouTube and we stream. Maybe game forums, right? We can't even have that. What? Okay, we definitely go on Reddit. We always go on Reddit, don't we, guys? Last question. I only have it on iPhone. I know I played State of Survival on BlueStacks. Is that those? Yeah, you can. So this is available through BlueStacks as well. And I don't have a creator code for it, otherwise I'd give you one. But if you really wanted to check out Chisgo or one of the big boys, they do have content creator codes for BlueStacks that help them out, which would be really cool if you did help them out. But yeah, you can get BlueStacks 5, you can install it on BlueStacks 5 and play through BlueStacks. The PC client might be closed now, you know, because it was a limited amount of spots. And then there's obviously iOS and Android for mobile devices, right? Or laptops, not laptops, tablets. So we're on war, comedy, fantasy. Yeah, it is what it is. I just want the gems game. We love the Warhammer series. We are an Elder Scrolls nerd. We do like World of Warcraft because that is the pinnacle of game storytelling still somehow. We love Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones and The Witcher because they're amazing. And we are in the 25 to 29 zone. I am male. What is my profession? I am a let me see. I'm white collar? No. I'm a banker, bro. I'm a banker. Where do I put? Wait, what's that? Employed in public institutions or state-owned enterprises? No. Doctor, lawyer, teacher. It's got to be this. Professional, right? Because I'm a professional. I'm a banker. Would you be willing to provide your Discord ID? I would, but everyone on stream is looking. But you guys know who I am. I'm not going to submit anything because, again, if I have any suggestions, because I am an official content creator, guys, if you're wondering. I'm in the exact same boat. I'm in the same level as Chisgo, so we're both just content creators at the moment. They haven't announced who's partnered, who's associated, or all like that. So yeah, we've got it. We don't want that frame. No, we don't want it. We want to keep our fire frame. Fire frame's cool. So yeah, if you're looking for BlueStacks, you can play on BlueStacks. Let's see, expansion, royal rankings. What is this? This is new. Holy. So before you never got fear. This is definitely new. Wow. Who did we get before? Yo, that's a really good. Yo, who did we get? I'm sure we got someone else before. Or did we only get gems and keys? That's so interesting. It's because Fear's a really new hero, guys. That's the only reason I'm kind of freaking out. So when I first played this game, obviously we didn't have this. We had this event, but we didn't have this hero reward. So that's really good. You guys have already got a better start than I did. Hit 1.5 million power within 6 days is very reasonable. You can easily do that, I think. Especially if you know, actually focus down and get things done. Like scouting, get your building done, get into a good alliance, start pushing through, get your hero levels up, artifact level up, and dragon trials. Definitely doable. Same, obviously, this is doable. Everyone starts with this. And this is also when you do a season reset. You also get the helping out and chipping in buff again. So this always starts at the start of every single season, this. Just to let you know. Bro, I'm part of everything. Give me those gems. So, let's keep scouting. That's my aim. I'm going to try and get everything scouted on this account. Slowly. Oh, we've got 10 gold keys again. Let's see if we look at legendary. Nope. We only got epic. We've got atheist though. And we finally got Keller, which is great. Finally, we got both gathering commanders that we need. Oh, we got some nice heads for her as well. Sweet. Draw. Skip. I wonder if I can get Ordo from here. So let's see if we can summon Ordo now from this one. Nope. Just 2 heads for him. It's fine. That'd have been super lucky if we got that as well. I'm just saying. So let's speak to Atheist really quickly. Get that free gold key.
I will obey. This is the first in accordance with your.
There we go. So if you're looking for spending tips, I haven't gone over that yet. So this global launch one is a really good thing. You only can buy it once. So if you've got 89p, this is really good. Getting 2 free heads and some free stuff is actually really good. The worker support one is good as well if you're willing to spend it to constantly have the double queue. You can also do it with 5k gems, I believe. So you could wait until your scrolls are over from double building from the free stuff. And then what I would actually advise you to do is obviously get the growth fund. Growth fund's really good, giving you that 40k gems when you do hit City Hall 25. But as you can see, it does give you 42,000 gems. And that's all the way up to 23, right? And then if you go to your monthly packs, this is what I always have. It's only 2 quid, and as you see, every month, every day you log in, you're getting 600 gems, you get gold artifact key, a little bit of everything, as you can see with these CPs, so you can push a little bit more. So these are actually really good. The daily value ones have been okay. I'm not even gonna lie, they're the exact same as you would expect on Rock, so buy them at your own will. If you really want to, you can buy Valen at the start. As you can see, getting bought, unlocked, get those freebies. And then when you're looking at here, the only thing I really like, if you're a low spender, is either the Resource Bundle or the City of Hope Bundle or the Path of Knowledge Bundle. You don't need these 2 in the screen, because obviously this is more well territory, trying to spend to max out heroes and spending out to max out artifacts. And then later on down the line, maybe you go for trading if you want. But the resources and definitely these 2 are definitely what you're going to want if you're low spending. Even if you bought 1 of each or 2 of each here, the City of Hope and Path of Knowledge, really good. And then this is our new beginning bundle. This is almost like, is it the King's Coronation thing? That's what it's called from Rise of Kingdoms. So that's this basically, and you can get one of these every season as well. Atheist bicep is way bigger than his tricep. Yeah, I know, dude. My guy is flinging something, I'm just saying. So let's build a few buildings. Let's just get something looking like an actual city here, right? Just wait. It's only seconds, guys. And the reason why I'm saying as well, you don't really have to worry about the early game building, like wasting maybe a minute here, a minute there, is again, when you start killing patrols, you're going to gain a load of speed ups. So it's nice to see, the capability of actually pushing a little bit. Nice to meet you.
No, and Drunky's got a good.
Look at this, man. There's fighting here and I can't see it. It's so mad. And I love this because everyone like this guy is like saying the game's trash, but it's just like they don't give you a valid reason why. They say like, they say that the UI is really bad. The UI is the exact same as it is on Rock. It's like, but it looks worse. No, it doesn't. It has better graphics. Legitimately has better graphics. It has a better map design instead of a plain green, boring ass map that you always stare at. Like, there's no way. Even in open field, guys, it's like, let's open field and we will, rally every single objective, because rallying is how fighting is generally fought nowadays with Rise of Kingdoms and the big boy leagues. But here it's the complete opposite. You have to open field. Rallying is so It's just weird, man. Like, look, this guy says it doesn't have a translate button. But look, guys, if I press this button here on stream, it translates that Russian into English. So just to tell you, you can translate in this game. Look at... I know. This guy's getting roasted. Oh, God. I don't. No. He's only new, man. He's new. He doesn't know. He doesn't know, guys. He doesn't know.
I'm on it.
And it's like people saying you reset each season. Each season is basically a KVK. We'll see how many people come up. Any questions in chat? Anything? There's a few of you in there. You can see I'm not pushing. That's my aim. Not pushing. We're chilling. This guy wants me into his alliance. I'm just letting him know. I don't plan to play inside it because, to be honest, maybe in the future, this server, you know, maybe 2 years from now, right, when the game's still going, because I honestly believe the game's going to go a lot longer than Rock. Maybe in 2 years, when, or even 1 year, or maybe even less, who knows. But whenever there's server versus server, or Ark versus, you know, Ark versus Cyrus, so it's like alliance versus alliance. You might see, like, our server, or my main server, fight guys in here, right? Right, so, what do we need to upgrade this? Let's just do some bits that you guys will be doing. So we need to upgrade that building right there. We need to also upgrade the mint. So let's upgrade the mint. Let's join in an alliance. I don't really care who. I'm in Cartier, so that's where I wanna be. So should we just join? Let anyone in chat pick a tag, pick an alliance. Anyone. We're going. We'll send it. How do you know if your army is at full capacity, and should you focus on upgrading level 1 troops? So the way you know your legion is at full capacity is the exact same again as Rise of Kingdoms generally. So when it's like this, you've taken no damage, so you know you're at full health. If I start to fight this guy, this white bar here is your health, so you know how many troops you have remaining from the health bar, exactly the same as Rise of Kingdoms. The left bar is your rage. That's when you cast your cool ability, which he just flung then, as you saw.
We will fight side by side once more.
They told me to first focus on economic tech at first, because at the beginning there won't be much fighting, but around what day should we go for pushing T4? Yeah, pretty much they have advised you right. So when you look, oh, I haven't got tech yet, have I? No. Let me switch back. So let's go and show you tech again. So a lot of the early game tech as well. So if you research the first blips, right? So you unlock eco and you can unlock war tech, right? So unlock both of them. When you start scouting, you're gonna start unlocking a lot of the early game war tech, and you'll unlock all of the early game thingy tech. You can also wait and, you know, research that a little bit and then unlock a little bit further, but it doesn't really work out that well. So if we go to the things though, so if you're in this area, right, so this is how you should be starting. Push through only 1 out of 5 on everything until you hit scholarship. If anything requires you to go 3 out of 5, just do it. You follow it. It's similar to your City Hall, but you want to be maxing out this scholarship first. So once you've got this research speed, you can then move backwards a little bit, you know, get some hero XP, get your stamina as well, because stamina is going to be really important for you. And then when you start coming towards this area, maybe if you've got, I don't know if you're going to have two. If you've got two, you can work on one at a time, right? But if you don't have two, once you've got your scholarship definitely unlocked here, and it's at 3 or 4 out of 5, then I'd start pushing through this tree, because now this tree is going to cost you a lot less to get through. Get to tier 3 as fast as you can, especially if you're a free-to-play player. Tier 3 is actually going to be one of your main points you actually want to be pushing for in the early game. Once you hit here, you could technically go back now to the eco tree with only one of your, you know, tech trees, and do the exact same thing. So you want to go down this middle line and get scholarship like I've done. Hit 9 out of 10. If you want to get these up, you can. This increases overall gathering speed, so I was just trying to unlock it. And then once you've done that, you just start progressing forward again. But if you're a free-to-play player, one of your main focuses is your VIP level. Because when you hit VIP 8, you get that second research key permanently unlocked. So it allows you to get through a lot of it. So early game, try and get your gems into that VIP level. So as soon as you hit VIP 8, you're happy days. You're going to get a legendary every day, a legendary head like everyone else. And then you're also going to get two research queues. Yeah, that's it. That's it. What Jarno's pretty much done. Yeah, that's what you want. So you're at scholarship now. Yeah, you have VIP 8, which is good. And you've got the builder, the extra builder constantly. And you've got the, obviously, second tree, which is great. So it means you've halved your time, aren't you? Because you're not doing one task, you're doubling up on the task. So it is cutting your account in half in the amount of time you're needing. So just do what I've done, basically. You might want to do 1 point over here, you know, unlock these two at the same time, and then unlock these two at the same time, and move forward. So unlock these two, then these two. Then when you're at 1, like this, you put 1 here, go to eco tree, you know, move over, put 1 here, right? So you can manage with 2 really easily. 2 trees, obviously. So I haven't got, obviously, a full guide on what order to do it in yet. Just because, obviously, I'm waiting for my new account to start, but as you can see here, so far we're going through. If you want your T5, boys, it's the same. You're going to need this maxed out, but in order to max this up, you're going to need all your other buildings at some point high enough level to get your ballista right. And I've got the hiccups for some reason. So that's a nice addition to the stream. Let's go back up here because my music is gone. Yeah, it's cool, dude. Like I say, it's a lot of people just like throwing out general advice, and this is even the big streamers. Everyone's doing it, just throwing general advice. We're not really listening, or we're not really giving in-depth advice. So it is what it is, you know. It's launch day. It's crazy, right? Everyone's just too pumped and excited to play, which is really, it's fine, right? It's cool. I'm glad that everyone's enjoying the game. So. But yeah, you can hear, and this is what my channel is all about. It's always about in-depth. It's all about helping you guys learn the game. So if you enjoyed my stream so far, obviously smash a subscribe. Hopefully in the future I'm going to be able to live stream a lot more often. I can live stream events and everything you're going to need to know. I'll live stream obviously my new account eventually when it does get made, but I'm not in no rush right now, to be honest, in making it, until maybe things calm down a little bit in the opening stages of everyone else's experience, but I am loving seeing the amount of people play. But again, you'll find out this game's so much more friendlier because it works almost the same as Rock. It's just got better combat, better like mechanics, better other stuff than Rock. Because like even like the hero set system, it's like you always have these guys ready to go at any point. So this season I've played archers and mages, as you can see, right? These are kind of like my guys that I've been playing with. Like I wonder if I can even, does it show you on here? So look, these are my PvP kills, bro. So you can see I've been using these marches. You can go and look at here. Go down to PvP kills. It's not even close. Like my archer, because I'm a good archer player compared to mage. Like the PvP kills is nuts. And we look at like Lilia. There you go. Look, she's matching my Nico. So it's one of them where it's just like you can play so many different heroes each season. So this season I'm playing archers and mages. Last season I played archers and cavalry, and the season before I played infantry. And I've been able to do that, and I can still enjoy the game. So next season when it resets, I might try actually playing like cavalry and archers together and see how that works. Because it means I'm gonna have very fast units that can actually support my archers when they're gonna get caught out. But again, it's a learning experience on that bit. But hopefully there's more heroes coming out, and I can use maybe fear a bit better, because at the moment I can use fear with Atheist for the flying mage march, or if you're Wilderberg you can use fear with Craig, and that'll be your flying archer march. So it's everything. This game honestly has everything. It's a true RTS game. Anyone who honestly believes Rock's better than this game honestly wants to play a farm simulator. And if you want to play a farm simulator, that's fine. You know, good for you. I'm not gonna hate you for it. You know, everyone has their own preferences and on what they like to play games. You know, some people play Battlefield, some people play Call of Duty, right? So some people are playing Call of Dragons, and some people are gonna play Rise of Kingdoms. It's just how it is, right? But for me, Call of Dragons since day one has been the best out of both of them. And I've played Rise of Kingdoms for years, and like I say, I'm a maxed out account, max T5. I've got maxed out cavalry units. I've got pretty much high like 555-1 infantry units. So because I do play Rock, I used to play Rock as a cav spec or cav main player. So, but this game is just like I say, it's so much more fun, man. I can't wait for you guys to experience raids. I wish I could show you, man. I just wish I could show you these raids live, but no one's fighting them. And then another thing is, if you notice, the raid health is 500k here. So once you've captured it, it's at 500k. So if someone wants to try and steal it, they could. But it has a time period. So as you can see here, we have over a day and a bit. It's normally about 2 or 3 days, and then it's safe. Then it has like a 4-hour, 5-hour window where any alliance that's touching it can be taking it. So just be careful. Just be careful. But I love it. Even if you're not a PvP player, do you know why this game's good? Because of the Behemoths. Because the Behemoths make you, as a PvE player, want to complete these elite raids and try and be the first member in your alliance in the entire server to flex literally these frames, because you've got all of these frames to get, and these are speed runs, so you got to do it within the timer. You've got to complete it with these harder buffs on. You know, look at this guy. This is the Hydra one. Looks sick. 6 minutes 30 again. You're gonna have so many debuffs on you, man. Like if anyone dies, you heal it 2%, so you can't die. all of your range units, this is archer and mage units, deal 20% less damage in this raid. So you need to be on the ball. You need to know what to do. But I love it. You know, and this is raids. This is not even player versus player. This is just great content and great fun like experiences. So I love this game, man. The social dynamic, as you can tell, it's so good. If you guys want to see anything, I want to go over any talent builds, because I can go over some talent builds before I disappear, because it is getting a little bit late. I haven't had food. I need to have food. I need to sort myself out for work tomorrow as well, because I am working. But I do have the day off the next day anyway, so I'll be streaming a lot more on Thursday. I want to say it's Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. So Thursday I'll be streaming all day, and that'll be from early hours all the way through to this time again. And obviously throughout those days I'm going to be uploading content. So just remember that if you're looking for content, you're looking for anything to do with this game, guys, my channel does have it. I have everything covered. Behemoths, heroes, every single event, factions, you name it. Alliances, how they work, I've got it all. In my main channel, if you were checking it out, I'm going to load it up on my own screen quickly. You obviously have my main page, which shows you everything. That shows you some open field gameplays. If you really like some live commentary, you can see what I'm actually about. I'm like a shoutcaster, again, for open field commentary. You've got all your guides there as well. But like I say, at the top of the screen on the home page, you can see playlist. If you hit the playlist button, guys, it's going to be there. Everything. All my liked videos, any sort of alliance guys, talent tree builds, 7, 5, 6, and 7 stuff, hero breakdowns, everything basically. It's all there. So if you're looking for stuff to look for, there you go. Let's go over. That's interesting to see. I'm just reading the comments on my channel, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll go over some quick talents if you guys want to screenshot these. If you want to just try and engrave them in your head. This is probably the best Nico build in the game by a landslide. When you're finishing here, you want to go up this precision tree to get the normal attack damage and the counter attack damage, and finish up getting whirlwind, giving your normal attacks dealing some extra skill damage through the chance rate. Really good build. You're going really insane on the counter attack, because then, as you guys know, when you're running Nico, he gains 20% here, so you're almost at 30% counter attack damage with your talents there. So if you want to screenshot this is a really good start for you guys to be in. If you're looking for a Guanwin page, Guanwin you should be building, in my opinion, this way. And what you should be using Guanwin for is, as you're leveling up and you're pumping these levels into her and you're unlocking these talents, she's going to be your primary commander for raids. And then if you're in PvP, you just switch her for your Nico, like I just shown, and he's going to be a primary commander for PvP, and it saves you those gems, right? Because you've got talent pages, but to switch, it's over 1,000 gems, or it's going to cost you some talent resets that you have to buy from the Goblin Merchant, which costs gems as well. If you're looking for someone like Garwood, right, I'm going to try and give you all the basic heroes you're all going to have and get eventually. So Garwood, I like the infantry tree, is really good on him. It makes it so no matter what, in Dragon Trials or in the open field combat, he's really good. But you can also build him this way, which I'll show you now, which is the tank route. I wouldn't worry about Garrison. Like I said, I've never been rallied. I've never been killed. If you've been rallied or killed, it's your own mistake. You should be on Alliance territory. And if you're not on Alliance territory, you should be moving. Run. So you are. So at the start, we get the defense increase, and we have 3 choices to choose from. We don't deal skill damage when we're on Garwood, so we can ignore this. taking less counterattack damage is really good, as well as march speed. So what I actually do here is you can put all 5 points into swift analysis, which I'm going to do just to make things a little bit easier for you guys. But if you're a bit of a mid-maxer and you're a bit more of a guy like myself that plays World of Warcraft, and you know mid-maxing is very important, you'll understand why I put an extra point here for infantry. Infantry need march speed, and you need march speed in PvP, so having 6% plus 2 here is almost 10% march speed, which is going to give you a really good edge in getting that fight like start as well as escaping. Now you've got a kind of a tough option again, but for me I go straight away with Encourage and Dance. You can choose to go Heaven's Blessing on Garwood specifically to increase the amount of healing, but in reality, the more rage generation you have, you are technically healing more often because you're triggering that skill 1, so which is really good. Every time you're getting hit by a normal attack, you gain tough, reducing the amount of hero skill damage taken. I don't even need to tell you how good this actual talent is. It's bonkers. This is more about overall consistency. So if you're a bit scared and you don't know what you're against, you can choose this. This generally increases your overall defense by 5%, which is fine. But this is just bonkers in the open field because you, again, like, as soon as you get hit, this triggers a lot often than you think. And when you're reducing 8% of a hero's skill damage and you're healing it up over time, again, it amounts to amount of troops saved, let's just say that. So now in the final section, you'll notice these keystones are all the best keystones, to be honest, in the key like talent tree choice. So here we go, we're going to smash all the points into health because we want health. Health is still the best stat in Rise of Kingdoms, like any other game. Here, whenever we get hit, we can now increase our chance, as you can see, by 10%, and we'll gain 5% increased health, which beautifully works with this. So you can see here we're kind of almost specializing into one talent tree. And then here you can choose not to have this because obviously we are not shielding, we are healing. So the obvious choice for yourself is here. And at the final point, you can choose to have a bit of extra healing on top, or whenever you're lower health, which I choose, is it reduces the amount of damage taken, because obviously when you're below 50%, you're in the critical range, you want to escape, you don't want your troops to die, you always want to get those troops home, even if they're in the red. That's the best thing you can do. And when you do that, obviously this gives you more of a chance to get those guys home. So that's what I would be doing here. And then if you want to, you'd then move over to your infantry tree and you'd basically copy this infantry start. Or again, if you want to be a little bit tankier, you can increase your healing. This is perfectly fine instead of Adrenaline Rush, okay? So if you're looking for a Garwood tree, that is honestly a really good Garwood tree. You'll do wonders with that. Let me think. If you're looking for someone like, let's go with the heroes, right? So we've got over Waldir, basically one last try. This is a magic build. If you want to go down the magic tree, the reason why you can go down the magic tree, it empowers you to try and hit multiple targets on your AoE. It's a little bit more fun. And you can get skills like this, which allows you to deal more damage to frontline units. And if you decide to pair Waldir with the legendary Alwyn, which is an amazing hero to go with, you're able to go and choose this skill here, which allows you to deal 5% more damage through continuous damage effects. This effect works with Lilia, if obviously Waldir is using magic tree. It also works with, like I say, Alwyn. Alwyn deals damage over time on this skill here, as well as... No, it's this skill in it. Not the same. And this skill here. So you got two skills you can be proccing off. So when we go back to Waldir now, that's what this tree is for. So if you kind of want an Alwyn page, this one's kind of it, and it does AoE effect. It's okay. It's not the best page. The best page is this one. The reason why, again, you guys will notice if you've played Rise of Kingdoms, skill damage in PvP is king. So what you want to be doing is going down the route of increasing the attack, increasing the skill damage, and increasing the rage generation. Kind of standard skills here. These are always taken. You never not take these when you're playing him or Lilia or anyone with the skill tree. It's a really powerful tree to have. When you get to this middle section though, you do have a choice. Again, this is going to be down to your preference, guys. I'm not going to tell you this keystone is better than this keystone, because it's not. They both have their own use. So if you are a player that wants to cycle rage more and you want to fire off more skills, Spirit of Rage is a really good skill. If you want to sacrifice that by a little bit, right, so you're going to lose a little bit of rage generation, you can increase the amount of damage you deal by your deputy. So this is a really good combination. Again, if you have Waldir as your primary and you put Valen behind him, because now Valen's going to be dealing more damage on his 1200, as well as all the big bonuses he gives, as well as Waldir gives. So it's a nice little combination to run together. You also want to be taking here because you're mitigating their health. So if we go up here, we're mitigating health here by 2%. Beautiful perk for PvP. Obviously, if you can mitigate health, you're going to be dealing more damage to them. And then the final one, and again, it's a no-brainer, is the skill crit. The fact that you're gaining 10% skill crit, anyone will tell you in any game, if you played League of Legends, WoW, whatever, crit rate and crit chance is always king. Doesn't matter who you are, who you think you are, crit wins. If I can crit you and I deal 10k damage and you hit me for only 4k, there's a reason I'm gonna win. Like, there's a flat reason, right? So this is why you go down the skill crit route. This gives you 15% more skill crit damage, so even more reason why. And then the final keystone is always going to be thirst for blood. Caged animal is a bad talent. The only talent only time you ever take this talent is if you're choosing to make a PvE. So if you're going to try and make like a raid build, you know, just to kill the behemoths with mages, Caged animal is good because you're infinitely going to be having this buff up. So you're always going to have 8% more hero skill damage. So it is a good thing for raids, but that's pretty much it. This is my PvP build that I'm testing at the moment. It's obviously something that's in the works. I wouldn't say try it. It's just something I'm using. You know, I'm trying to work out what's the best area. I don't know if I want this rage generation here, or do I want the extra damage, or do I actually want the extra health? It's actually a really hard choice. Alright, I've gone through rage so far, it's been okay, but if you want a Waldir tree, this is the one. Just copy it down, thank me later, get some kills. Let me think. Like I say, if you've got Lilia, you've bought Lilia, as you can see, I've gone down the rage build, so it's the exact same build as you just seen, but I've gotten the rage choice, so I can choose, do I want a rage engine, or do I want, you know, big bops? That's basically way of doing it. Glenwyn, like I say, she has the precision tree. This is for raids, so if you're looking for a rage tree, this is the one you want. Take notes again on screen. I'm going to try and brush through these before it gets too late. We've got over Nico. If you're looking for cavalry, there's a couple of options. So I build Emrys this way. So I build Emrys on pure mobility, because the way I and you guys will start using Emrys, which is really fun, is running like Emrys and Bakshi, or Emrys with your Alistair. And then what you will be doing is using one artifact in particular, which is my MVP of this season, and it's the Cloak of Stealth, boys. This artifact is so good. The amount of times that you control a pass and then you Cloak of Stealth your cavalry units, and it lasts for 1800 seconds. This is like nearly 10-15 minutes. I don't even know how long this is off the top of my head, right? But it lasts a long time. You go invisible, and what you do, and I have videos and guides on this, is you literally, so you know, we have this pass, you just walk through the pass and you enter the enemy zone. They can't see you as long as you don't get detected and they don't get spotted, and you start farm killing them. and they don't know, and they never know until it's too late. And it's so brutal, man. It's so fun as well, and like both sides do it. So that's why my Emery's has the cloak, and why he's built the way he is, because it allows you now to abuse the mobility. So he's really fast with his T4 and T5, even still again taking an extra point here, because I want as much mobility to get in and out. This is increasing the amount of damage I'm going to be dealing after I get out of point, I believe, or something to do with haste. There we go, haste. Yeah, there we go. But the top one is the damage skill. So when we do fight those farm kills, as soon as I start launching a normal attack, 50%. As soon as they're below 50%, I'm going to fire this skill and kill them. I reduce some extra march speed, reduce hill hero skill damage, and this is skill damage ideal. So you can see it's a pretty obvious one. But obviously that isn't the tree you might want to run, right? So if you've got someone like Bakshi has the skill tree. You can see I'm running this on him. I regret taking this. That's why I'm telling you guys don't take it. I wish I had first for animal, but I can't take it. But what you can do with Bakshi or with any cavalry hero is go down the cavalry tree, right? So if you go down the cavalry tree, this is what I would also do. I'd obviously hit your beautiful march speed, and you have physical attack or you have normal attack. So I would go for physical attack, because this is increasing generally how much skill damage you're going to be dealing, because this is overall attack percentage, not just a little normal attack hit. And then if you're playing someone like Emery's, you most likely want to go for the skill damage, because Emery's already has a ton of rage. But if you're playing Alistair or you're looking at Bakshi like I am now, Bakshi would actually be really good with the rage. So let's get the rage generation. And then you have two options again. This is increasing skill damage dealt, most likely the one we're going to be picking. This one increases a shield that you get when you ever leave a building, which is a bit weird. So we always go for this, right? It's kind of an easy option. And now we got into the end game again. So the end game for me, you can choose to take less counter attack damage, but for me, I reduce the damage because I'm cavalry. I'm kind of all about killing you as fast as possible. So I reduce my defense by 1.5. I increase the attack by 3%. A really good sacrifice for stats in my opinion. You could choose to have this. This is a really good, powerful ability. If you kill a farm unit or if you kill an arch unit in the open field, you're going to gain a bunch of attack, which allows you to then, when you read this ability, it slows down the enemy unit. So if you kill an enemy unit, it's going to take them longer to get home with this ability. But if you don't want to go down the combo route, you can just take less damage while marching. This is a really powerful ability for cavalry. And then I would also then pick receive healing when you finish ending battle. So then you can obviously keep healing, Then at the final point, you take Blood Mark to take rage skill damage on the hero. Very similar to archers and the mages and story. This is just the cavalry one, right? So for me, I'm going to be doing from Bakshi here, here, and here. And there you go. That's like a really good cavalry tree for you guys that are looking for cavs. All good. So, oh, and gathering. I'll show you the gathering one. It sounds crazy, but if you're in server 32, 33, 34, 31, make sure your gatherer has this tree. I'm not even lying. You're gonna need this here. Because if you don't have this, your march will get killed and it's going to be a bad time. But if you have this on, it means when you're farming, at least when someone goes to hit you, there's a 100% chance it always comes home. And this stops you from taking any sort of damage and makes you invincible basically for a certain amount of time. So you can definitely get home for it. So it's a really good actual combination that you should be taking on you guys. So any questions before we finish up, guys? I'm gonna close the stream for today. I was only on just to see everyone, because I know a load of people come in and out of my chat and asking about info, because a lot of the guys don't answer it, but that's what my job's for. So If you guys got any more questions in chat, I'll quickly answer them now. But if not, I'll give it a couple of minutes and then I will be disappearing because I've got stuff to do, unfortunately. But if you've enjoyed the stream, you've enjoyed the channel, you've enjoyed me, and you've enjoyed the info that I give you guys, just check out the channel, hit the subscribe button. I do the exact same thing in all my videos, nice bite-sized chunks. And I obviously timestamp all my videos, I subtitle all the videos for different people as well, so it's good for literally everyone. So I hope it helps you guys out. So let's match these. So it's looking like we're not having any chats yet. Just wait a little bit longer, just in case that someone's typing, and then I'll be easy gone. I've got all this to do still. That's the only thing I need to do. And one thing as well, guys. Oh, I'll show you a quick tip before I go. When you go on your scouting building, your map progress here, the map progress shows you how much of your supplies or any of this area that you've completed. So just remember that. So if you're wondering what this means, so if you look, I'm at 38.21. Let's do a quick bit of scouting here to get some free resources to level up. Boom, 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 boom. So that's free. Let's do a couple more. There we go. So let's go back home now. When we go back on, we're at 3.837. So as you can see, it's going up over time. So that's what that is. If you're wondering what this map progress, it goes up as you're claiming and doing all this stuff here. Complete these stories on your wonders to get all your T4 units, remember. Don't forget that. So I hope you enjoy that part of the ending of the video, or live stream should I say. Let's heal this quickly. But it looks like no one's got any questions, which is obviously good because it means I've answered everyone's questions so far in chat, and anything you guys have been wondering about I must have been answering throughout the live stream, which is good. So I hope you guys do enjoy Call of Dragons. If you need anything, you can hit me up, let me know. You know, I'm on the Discord. I'm also got my own Discord channel, so you can check that out if you want to join that. That pretty much is it. Subscribe to the channel, it'd be really nice for some more support. Hit a like on the live stream if you found it informational and it helps you guys out. But for me, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for all those that have come and watched. It's been amazing. I'm gonna see if I'm able to maybe shift you guys to someone else. I don't know if I can yet, because it'd be really good because I could maybe just push you guys to Chiz or someone else so you guys ain't finishing, but I don't think I can. Yeah, no, I can't. So it's okay. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Maybe one day we'll learn how. Well, there we go. I'm going to end the stream right now, guys. Thank you for watching again. Smash like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, watch my videos, and peace out, boys.